All right, hi everybody. How y'all doing? Oh, ready to go. Let's get a cutting board. I'll look for some upbeat music that I'm allowed to use. Let me go ahead and do that right now, okay? I have some soft music in the background. It's more like meditation music. But let me go ahead and look for some music I can use. Okay. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mason. Hi, Milo's Life. Shout out to Milo's Life. Everybody say hi to our mod. Hi, Ghost. Nine Shadow is Ghost, everybody. In case you guys are like, where's Ghost? He's a ghost. Ghost is in the house. He's even more a ghost since he changed his name. All right. Hi, Ghost. Hi, Azar. Hi, Iswood. Everybody, I'm going to start doing on Mondays. We're going to be taking my measurements. I don't know if you could tell, but I've lost a little weight. So we're going to be taking my measurements instead of taking just my weight. Thank you, Real King Vic. I appreciate you. Super shout, a super shout, a super shout, a super shout out. Let's do a super shout out dance. A super shout out, a super shout out, super shout out, super shout out. Ooh, 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 ooh. As you can tell, I'm feeling a little better. I did a red light treatment in a red light bed. I have red light belts and things like that, but this red light bed was like max volt red light. I mean, it was so powerful and I feel good today, so. I haven't done an adult video. I have a, you know what, channel, but I don't do anything like that. It's medium spicy. It's just more artistic. Think Playboy. Not like and all the extra. Anyways, it's more art, I think. Thank you, user. I appreciate you. Okay, so we're gonna get started. So I'm also gonna be doing not just my measurements, we're gonna be doing movements that get your body feeling better. So I like to go with the M's so on a Monday so you guys can remember what day of the week. So Mondays, we're gonna be doing movements. I'm gonna be doing some meals. I'm gonna be doing my makeup later, just putting a little on and taking some pictures for you guys, making some shorts. The pictures are for the thumbnails and things like that. So let's get started. I'm gonna make some egg whites. I don't have any spinach. I'll pick a carb, whether it's sourdough, because sourdough is gut friendly. I've been having some stomach issues from all the medication I was on after my TIA. So it was an adjustment, and now I'm making myself eat some carbs, and it's helping my stomach. So like just the fruit and eggs wasn't doing enough. But I do have some cherries here, and I have some kiwis. I have some celery juice. Celery juice is also very good for the stomach, lowering cholesterol. They told me my cholesterol was just a little bit high. And oh, and this is the olive oil spray while I have it in hand. I'm gonna coat the pan with that, but yeah, this is helping me. You can always water it down if you don't like celery juice and drink it throughout the day. Like you don't have to drink this and feel like you're drinking long clippings. You know what I mean? No, I don't like the taste. You could put a little lemon in there or something like that if you want to, but I suggest diluting it and becoming used to the taste. And if you want to start increasing it, you can. If you want to thug it out, you can just drink it straight. Okay. Let's turn this on. Oh, it's on. Okay. All right, let's spray this pan with that olive oil. Thank you. Thank you, Martillo. Appreciate that. Tristan, what's going on? Oh no, still? Oh gosh. Instead of saying I can relate, I'm going to start with, I'm so sorry to hear that. I can relate, and it is only temporary. You will improve. These moments pass. I hope some good days are in your corner very soon. I hope you have some good days very soon. I mean, all days are good days because we're still breathing, but they're difficult. You know what I mean? We should have that attitude that every day's a good day, but that it could be difficult and good at the same time. Like, to be alive is good, which makes it a good day, but it could be so challenging, you know what I mean, at the same time. We're here for you, Tristan. I didn't get my eggs. I thought I had everything prepared. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to not have to turn around or go off camera. Let me grab the cutting board while I'm at. Okay. Push all this stuff back. I'm gonna make some tea as well, so I'll get that going after the eggs are in the pan. I'm gonna lay down some paper towel just to crack these eggs on the corner. It makes it less messy if I have a egg explosion. Okay. That's the first time I've ever said that. Am I embarrassed? No. Do I tell dad jokes? All the time. My dad was my hero. Okay. We wash these hands so we don't spread anything around. Secondhand contamination. Cross contamination. Better known. Okay. Better known as. Here we go. Hi, Lux. Hablas español? Parlez-vous français? Hi, Deb. Hi, 55 Drifter. Any fur coats what? Do I have? I do. I have some not real fur coats, but I do cosplay, and I got 2 fur coats for when I did Cruella de Vil. So, oh, I didn't get the eggs out because I used egg whites. I took the egg whites out. I took egg whites out, and my healthy fat was going to be the olive oil and the avocado. But, oh well, not like I haven't had egg yolks before. So what I can do is add some egg whites into it. Double the mixture, add, equal parts, and then that way it thins it out, and I'll save half of it for my next time, my next meal. I can turn this into a healthy French toast tomorrow if I just save the batter and pour in half as well. If I want to make a healthier French toast, I would just pour in half of this now and save the rest of this, and then add all the cinnamon and vanilla tomorrow. Okay. This pan's going to be hot because I left it for a minute, so that's good. So I haven't been able to weigh myself because I haven't changed the battery or seen what's wrong with my scale. I stepped on it and it wouldn't give me numbers, and I'm okay with that because I just focused on the food. I focused on the food numbers, like my caloric intake, and I just trusted the process. Like we say around here, trust the process, right? My arms were having this, okay, see this part right here, how it goes like shoulder and I have no shoulder muscle, and then it would have this lump of, you know, especially when I press against it. But like even out here now, it's less. It was like really extending. My arms were building up a lot of fat. My arms hold a lot more fat than my legs, I guess because of muscle tone, or maybe because of my neck issues and that I can't lift and stuff. So the more muscle tone you have, the more fat you burn, especially if you're there's lean muscle. But yeah. Lifting weights continues to burn your fat throughout the day, where cardio does burn fat for that period of time. And any muscle growth you get, like just from the muscle stimulation, you might get some muscle growth from running and stuff. It's, you know, they do develop their muscles, but it's more lean. But then it doesn't burn as long throughout the day. But if you lift weights, it does. It continues to burn. My fur coats here, you can see them later. Give me a second. What? Your heart's not at ease about what? Thank you, King. Give it up to King Louie. Shout out to King Louie. Give it up to Lux. Beep. What's up, Certified? I'm going backwards in the comments to catch up so I don't miss all your comments. I'm not adding anything into this today. You can see it's more fluffier. Egg whites are so like, they usually get so runny and it's harder to even cook them. What I usually do with egg whites is I put nutritional yeast in it, which tastes like cheese, but it's vitamins and yeast, and a healthy yeast for your body. Okay. I can show you what it looks like. They have it in jars as well. But I do like scrambles. I like to put bell peppers in my eggs. I like to put spinach. I just have not been up and around to cook for myself, so I haven't bought the vegetables. I didn't want them to go bad. I bought as many vegetables and fruits as I could eat, without having to cook too much. Saha? Wazid Tani? I wouldn't be talking to you right now. Oh, well, I didn't call you a liar. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So I did put a sprinkle on there. That's going to make it taste more cheesy without adding salt, so it'll give it more flavor. It makes it more enjoyable. When your food's more enjoyable, you're going to stick to eating it. You know what I mean? You're not going to cheat later. You're going to feel more satiated, more satisfied. This has all these ingredients. Let me turn this around a little bit. These are all vitamins, as you can see: vitamin D, calcium, iron, potassium, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, vitamin D, folate. And then you could see what all the other ingredients are up there. It even has, protein. Just a sprinkle, you know, can make a big difference in your nutritional intake for the day. And it's going to taste like cheese without being cheese. Like, the fat in this is 0, but it tastes like cheese. All right. How many of you put nutritional yeast on your food? Put a 1 if you use nutritional yeast. It doesn't have to be every day. Just put a 1 if you ever use it. Are you guys breaking up? Let me open the blinds. Hopefully that gets better. Oh, Tristan has, Alex has, Milo has not. It is so good for you. And it's also good for, like, say you get dehydrated, you've had the flu or something, or you're currently going through the flu. You can put a sprinkle of this in your water and it's going to give you those nutrients. It's really good for you. It's like electrolytes and just stuff that sustains you, because like the little electrolyte sticks don't have as many vitamins as this does. So, without being harsh on the stomach, like a vitamin would. All right, we're gonna just put a little on the plate. Usually I like my eggs to be in a bowl because it's easier to grab them, and a spoon instead of a fork. So now we didn't only just meal prepare, we meal prepped for the next meal. Let me hold it for a thumbnail. I cover my ear. Oh, Milo, I just totally snuck that up on you. Do you mind taking that? We'll just let Lux keep having his conversation, you know, and it's not hurting us unless we find out it's like he's saying something bad. I don't think so. Do you mind taking that? I should have asked you first. Hi, Primosaurus. How are you? Shout out to you. I'm doing all right. Okay, good. I'm like, I'm going to take a picture all by myself. I should have done it with all the eggs in the pan. Do you mind if we take one more? Just for presentation. Hold on. Thank you. Oh, tell me if you got it. I'm sure you did. You're good. I forgot what. I have hair on my shirt. Stop everything. I don't want to touch it and get my hands dirty. Okay. I think it went through the shirt is why it didn't come off. Yay. Okay, Lux. Thank you. Thank you for all your comments. I appreciate you. You guys, this is a piece of my plant that broke off and I thought it was just gonna die, and I put it in a vase and it's doing so well. It's just one little stem. I couldn't let it go because I love that plant. That's 11. That my plant's name is 11. And then Will is over there. We've got Eddie. We've got Steve. Tell me, the first person to guess who I named my plants after is gonna get a prize. You're gonna get a big happy kiss and a hug from me, okay? So I need to pick a carb. Oops, sorry. I need to pick a carb right now. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Trinity. Shout out to Trinity and shout out to Jonathan. Jonathan, I have a plant named after you. Okay, so I'm gonna say the names again. You guys guess. First person to guess is gonna get a hug and a kiss and a high five from me. And you're gonna win. Okay, my first plant. Steven. Anybody guess who I named my plant? Oh, and it's either a movie, a Netflix series, something like that. I'm choosing sourdough because sourdough is gut healthy and I have had a lot of rice lately. I'm gonna see if I can get this bread down. I'll probably eat half of it. Thank you, Lux. 11 from Stranger Things. And that's why the other plants are Steven, Robin, Eddie, Jonathan, Nancy, Will, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. It's slipping my mind right now. What's her name? Erica. There's no America without Erica. Woo! Okay. That's right, Trinity. Let's get a high five going. Ready? Ready? Bring it in, girl. Bring it in. Everybody, put W's in the chat for Trinity. I'm going to put my egg whites away, and I'm going to come back and see who put W's in the chat for Erica. I'll shout out your name. Thank you, Denny. I'm not even put together yet. Mega dude. Mega woman. Just kidding. All right, let's pick a few. For those interested in finding me on other social medias, you can find me in my bio, and one of our mods also has a channel, Milo's Life 2024. She's here today. If you guys feel like checking out her channel, supporting, giving it a look over, maybe watching a video, we would greatly appreciate it. Or just even checking out my socials as well. All we really ask is that you give it a look to see if you like it, okay? Thank you. Commercial over. Brought to you by me and the moms. Okay. I said it that way because nobody likes commercials, and I don't want anyone getting mad at the moms. All right. I am 48. 3/4 of them are real. Yummy. Figure that out. I'll help you figure it out. I can give you the answer, but I don't talk about it here. Anyone wanting to know that answer would obviously have to be over 18. And this is not an 18 and over format. But you can check my bio for more places to have 18 and over conversations. And not, I don't mean it in like, it's mild. I just mean that I can answer things like that. Okay. Let me keep this plate out in case I have any more trash, but I'm cutting up a kiwi. I took out a cutting board and I don't think I'm gonna use it. I'm just gonna cut it on this plate and eat it off of this plate. Oh, I should have used a fork. If something's really slippery and you're trying to cut it, use a fork because you don't want to cut yourself. Don't do like I did. My OCD wants to throw this away and I keep saying I'm going to leave it there. And look, I just wiped my hands on it, so I did use it, so I need to leave it there. Thank you, Forceland. Shout out to Forceland. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hi, Trinita. Trinita. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I don't know if you speak Spanish or English. I'm sorry, that was rude of me. I mean, I'm trying, because sometimes people know how to say hi, but they don't know how to say much more. I don't know. I went off the name, and that's kind of stereotyping. But I meant it in a good way, so I apologize if it came off wrong. Bye, Tristan. Love you. Hugs. Feel better, okay? Get better. Sending healing energy, thoughts, and everything else your way, okay? Let's put this. Let's get this out. It is perfect. Okay, thank you to my tongs, otherwise known as my nails. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and use that cutting board. I'm gonna save this knife because all it had on it was kiwi. I'm gonna eat half of it. If I decide I'm still hungry, I'll eat a little more. Let's leave that there. And I'm gonna go ahead. Did I wash these? I did, because they're wet. Yes, I will show the fur coat. Sorry, that was a cherry. I didn't realize how long I was going to be chewing for. I am almost 49. October, I'll be 49. And you guys, I was going to get a neck lift and a lower face, but this new stuff I've been using, those who know me, you can really judge by the side and how much is hanging down. But I think it's a little improved. But I do have something, it used to go, you guys, it used to go like this. Like, it was so bad, and it's getting better. So I'm like, do I really want to get a facelift, or do I want to give myself another year of looking? So I think I'm going to pause the date and go another year. I might. Thank you. Thank you, 55 Drifter. I give super shout outs when people give us super chat. It's a fair trade. I don't beg you guys to pay me. I'm not like, come on, somebody give me that super chat for a super shout out. What am I doing? Okay, I'm just gonna eat this dry. And egg. Yeah, I want another plate. Okay, it's been bothering me. All right. Okay, a thin mustard on this would help that bread not be so dry, so flavorless, and it would also help with that nutritional yeast. The flavors pair really well together, and just takes it from being less dry. There's also something called Veganese. It's a healthier mayonnaise. It's a vegan mayonnaise. It tastes better than mayonnaise. It's so good. Deep fitted, woo! Hey, yeah. Thank you, Deep Fitted. Super shout out. That counts. That counts as a super shout out. We're gonna do that dance. Woo, 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 woo. If anybody else wants to dance, you guys can put either a super chat or one of the gifts. 200 points or more. I'll do a dance. I'll try to do what's in the emoji if I can, or reference it the best I can. Let me get a little mustard. Okay, mustard is actually really good for you guys. It has 0 calories, lots of flavor. Definitely healthier than mayonnaise. So if you guys like mustard even a little bit, you can wean yourself off of the mayonnaise and just kind of get used to mustard. If you hate mustard, forgive me for even pushing that on you, okay? Because if you hate it, you hate it. But if you are a mayonnaise eater through and through and hate mustard, you can try the Veganese. And you can put in just a little of the Veganese, like I did the egg whites and the eggs. I like diluted the egg yolks by putting some egg whites in there. 1 second. And always shake your mustard, it's gonna get runny. Woo! I need to drink some water and then do a dance. We're gonna drink some water. And then we're gonna dance. Then we're gonna dance. Then we're gonna dance. Gonna dance. Gonna dance. And then we're gonna dance. And then we're gonna dance. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, D Fitted. Shout out to D Fitted. Super shout out to you. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, I like mustard too, lug nuts. Obviously. And now I'm gonna make this a sandwich. Just to kind of hold that egg together. It is just a half a sandwich. I was gonna try open face into my open face. Open face sandwich is when you just eat it like this. You can also use your fork and knife on this if it's just one slice of bread instead of trying to pick it up and eat it. That way you have a piece of egg and bread with every bite without being a total mess, like if you're in a restaurant. When I show you the fur coats, I'll put them on, but I'm gonna, anything I do like extra outside of our schedule would probably be at the end of the stream, just being honest. Shout out to Defitted. I changed my mind about the open face and the open face. Okay, I'm just picking up. For those struggling with meal plans, there is this kind of rice that you can microwave. I know microwave isn't the best, but nutrition versus no nutrition is better. Like, it's better to eat than to not eat. You have to sustain your life, and it's not always easy to get up and make rice, like if you're not healthy. So that flavor is cilantro lime, and the cilantro is not overpowering because of the lime. It's my favorite, and it makes it easy for me to eat on the days I can't cook for myself, or if I have like a bad week. Because sometimes I'll just have one bad day and then I can cook the next. Yeah, if I have a bad week, I tend to get creative. Thank you, Nabil. I'm gonna scoot back when I chew for those who have misophonia like me. I know someone in this room who does. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not faking this. Putting that mustard on there and that nutritional yeast took it from a healthy meal I have to eat to something I get to eat. That mustard made it hit, you guys. I'm telling you, just that. My mom used to make these egg sandwiches. It was with eggs over easy, so that like the yolk would run. And she would put mustard and ketchup on it. But the ketchup, it was good, especially when she mixed them really well and didn't overpower the ketchup. But I had never had it with just mustard, and I like that better than with the ketchup as well. No. I'm not pregnant. I'm a woman. I'm a 48-year-old woman who had 3 kids, and my skin stretched out, so I have a little hump of skin right here. And a lot of women have a bump right there because we're women. I'm gonna eat the other one. Okay, I haven't been eating enough because I've been having stomach issues. So since I have an appetite right now, which I haven't had, I'm gonna take advantage of that It feels safe enough for me to eat it. I've been worried about eating too much. That's why I was like, half a piece of bread, want it, you know, kind of thing. So, but let me eat the fruit first and then see if I'm full. Instead of eating more of the sandwich and then trying to eat the fruit. Also, I'm gonna pause for a minute and see if I get those messages from my stomach that are telling me I'm full or satiated. Zapdos! W Zapdos! I love that comment. Thank you. Shout out to Zapdos. Thanks, Jessie. I feel like mine's minimal. You know, it's not out of control, and I'm trying to do my part to eat healthy, and then when I rebuild my core, it'll tighten a little bit, but when I bend over, the skin is gonna hang because of gravity, but it won't hang as much. It doesn't really hang, it just kind of, you know, you see the little bump. It's not held tight even when you flex. But when I work out, it does hold it more tight, yeah. We're getting back to working out, however, first things first, as long as it takes, we're gonna start stretching first. Could be a week, could be 2 weeks. I'm gonna ease into it. I'm gonna increase my steps every day. My legs have been having problems since I had the TIA and all the health issues. Right now they're getting better one day, a little worse the next day, really bad one day. Like it's kind of hit or miss. So I'm working on that right now as well. So I'm not in the gym. Thank you, BWC. Big shout out to you. Woo, woo, woo. WBWC. That was a lot of letters. Sound like a news station. WBWC reporting here live. Okay. I'm making fun of myself, not you. Or actually just how 4 letters sound together. Okay. I think it was the WC. I really appreciate you guys being here and watching me eat food. Prepare my food, but it's more than that, you guys. We're gonna be trying to get healthier by me trying to get healthier. While I'm trying to get healthier, I'm gonna share what I've learned over all the years of me trying to sustain my health since I found out I had an issue, and another, and another, and another. I'm one of those rare cases that has multiple different issues that, like, it almost seems unbelievable, but I have the facts. And I am gonna start asking my doctors if they're willing to say anything on camera, maybe not show their face or whatever, but maybe something so that you guys can hear what's going on from my doctor. Beans with cheese, beans with cheese, beans with cheese, beans with cheese. I like it. I go to the gym when I am not sick, and I call sick, like, it could be whether I have a flare up. It could be I'm nauseous, I have a migraine. Those kind of things would keep me from going. If I had a seizure, I wouldn't go. You know what I mean? But yes, I go whenever possible. Right now, it's not safe for me to go. I just fell 3 days ago walking, so it's not safe for me to go to the gym yet. Thank you, Chosen Law. Shout out to you. Hi, Bob. We had it was 2 eggs mixed with equal egg whites. And then nutritional yeast, which makes it taste like cheese, but it's vitamins and yeast. It's a crazy thing, but it's so good for you, a natural thing. And then I put mustard on the bread so that we're not adding calories, but we're adding a powerful flavor and making the bread not so dry. I had 1 kiwi and I'm eating some cherries. I sprayed the pan with olive oil for healthy fats, and egg yolks have healthy fats as well. Sorry, I had to throw away that cherry, just like I did prom night. Just kidding. Hi, Eddie Clown. Shout out to you. I'm doing well. I did a couple shout outs today. I know, Milo, I know. I try to sneak them in there so that we can have a little fun, kind of like a Shrek movie. You keep it like PG-13 and then you put a little zinger in there for the parents. Alright, I'm putting some water in the kettle. We're going to keep going forward with the stomach health because this is my first meal. I couldn't sleep last night and I'm in Pacific Standard Time Zone. It wasn't intentional. I just woke up late and then I got myself ready to get up and here we are. Plus I've been on here for about an hour, almost. But yeah, we're going to be doing stretching together, yoga, Tai Chi moves, so many safe, low impact, low aerobic exercises so more people can do them. We're going to open up the body. So many of us forget about our skeletal system, or maybe we don't feel safe going to a chiropractor, but we have to try to align that spine, whether it's by making our muscles stronger and doing reverse stretches to open up. Like if we've been closed up, sitting like this, we have to try to do opening things like this. If we drive as a trucker and we're leaning like this, we have to try to unwind our body with those movements so that our body can start to communicate that we need to go this way and your muscles can hold it there. I love the chiropractor, but I do have Chiari malformation, and they don't want to adjust you if you have Chiari. So I've lost one of my tools. I can get adjusted from here down, but they can't do my neck, which is fine. It at least does this part, right? I don't do my hips either, so just the torso. But yeah, so I want to fill in the blanks by supporting my neck when I sleep, keeping it aligned, not, blocking any more signals that I already have blocked. Oh, and thank you guys for those 66 likes. You go, little, ooh, 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 ooh. What was his name? Arsenio Hall. I should have let you guys guess. Okay, I'm going to use a Fox mug because of our original mascot, Rusty. I'm actually going to bring Rusty out of retirement and sleep with him some of the sleep streams. I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to surprise the OG members of this channel who remember Rusty. In fact, we have a Rusty emoji. Milo, would you mind sharing that Rusty emoji in one of your comments? Thank you, Eddie Clown. I appreciate you. Thank you. Caffeine free. Pineapple, lemon, and chili. It is not spicy. I have ordered drinks from the health stores, like Whole Food stores, Sprouts, things like that, and the chili is so spicy. The lemon is so sharp. It's concentrated. You know, when you get those, you can always pour those into water and dilute them, or you can give it a straight shot and get it done. But yeah, this is pineapple, lemon, and chili. Pineapple really helps with inflammation. If your body's having any inflammation, pineapple is so good for that. It's good for other things as well, like your pH all the way through your body, especially as a woman, and man. It's equal parts for our unequal parts. Okay. I like how I walk away when I say the zingers, like I'm innocent. I flee the crime scene. Okay. Yes, thank you for putting the emojis. I appreciate you guys. Plus, a fox is gonna look so good when I get those green sheets, you guys. The orange fox, the green sheets, the midnight green headboard. You've seen my headboard, that like iron, intricate, gothic looking one. I'm gonna do it a midnight green, I believe, because I'm gonna be introducing midnight green in the room. So I think it would be a good place to do it. I'm gonna have black too, so I have to make sure I have enough of black and green, not overpower the black and not enough green. But I don't want too much green. So I didn't eat everything, just a full piece of toast. That's all I increased. I was gonna eat the eggs on my plate, but I wasn't gonna eat the other piece of toast, and I did. This is the first day I've had an appetite in so long, you guys. I've been forcing myself to eat. Okay, we're gonna do a little celery juice drink, water diluted. About a shot. I don't know, a huge shot, maybe 2 shots, 4 shots. I don't know what this, a little bit of celery juice, the rest water. Cheers, green ears. It's supposed to be big ears, but because it was, I don't know, it was a horrible joke. Me too, Milo, me too. I feel better today, Scott. I'm dancing around. I know. But I water it down. You can always put a little lemon in it, and it's gonna take away that celery taste. Or you know what, the best thing to do, if you want to get the celery, the benefits of celery, without having to take medication to lower your cholesterol, this is also good for the fiber of, you know what I mean? Natural fiber, not having to take a supplement for that as well. Just the benefits of celery is so good for you. What you could do, I'm going to teach you guys a juice that is the most delicious juice, and it does have some celery in it, but it also has cucumber, pineapple, and apple, I believe, something like that, something, and it's actually really good. You can put as much or as little celery as you want to the point you could tolerate it, just to start getting some of those nutrients. You know, over a month, that's going to benefit you a lot. You don't have to chug a big old drink, you know what I mean? That's why I'm diluting it. I want to make sure I can keep eating well and keep my appetite, so I'm going to keep doing things to protect my stomach. I noticed the creatine, even when I take it with food, I was getting sick, but I wasn't having a carb with it. I was just having like 2 eggs and a piece of fruit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take not a full scoop, not a half a scoop. I'm going to take the smallest pinch of creatine. Now that I have a really balanced meal, I didn't start with, you know, an acidic food like a tangerine or something. This is gonna look bad, but it's creatine. I'm just gonna take a look. All right, give me a sec. I'm gonna read the chat. I'll read back a little bit to catch up on some of your comments. You got in trouble. Hi, Jeremy. Why'd you get in trouble? It does taste like celery. It's like, it's fresh pressed celery. You guys, here are the vitamins in celery. You have calcium, 140 milligrams. That's 10% of your daily needs. Iron. Iron, it looks like it says 6%. 6%. Potassium, 20%. Vitamin C, 20%. I would much rather get my nutrients from the source instead of a vitamin. Vitamins, they put other ingredients in them like fillers and things like that. And they don't always absorb because of that. It becomes not bioavailable. It is so good. It is so good. And it's good for keeping your natural pH. That's the best part. So we've got, let's talk about all the different foods I had, and none of them processed except the bread. But it was a gut healthy bread. So I had cherries, I had kiwi, I had celery, I had eggs, I had the nutritional yeast. This has pineapple, lemon, chili, and then I'm going to do one more. Oh, and then creatine, and then I'm going to do, and you guys can always make this simple. You could do this just when you have like your off day, or when you get home, or if you can make 10 minutes to go to work to make you something, that would work. It's taking longer because I'm sitting here and talking. You could get into your routine and it won't take that long. And you can always cut like a couple things out to speed it up, and then try to get it in the next day if you can. Hi, the ski mask boy. Feel free to check out my bio for other places to find me and ways to talk to me and things like that. Okay. Gosh, I still want more eggs. I can't believe it. That tasted so good. I was so deprived, you guys. So now I'm like, my stomach is gonna have like one of those things where it just wants to keep eating. That happens after you go a long time like on a diet and you've been restrictive. Then when you start eating again, your body wants more because it doesn't know when it's gonna get food again. Well, thank you. I don't know if you really mean my eggs or not. We'll be doing an after dark tonight. We'll be doing an after dark tonight. Am I on after dark right now? I'm on Babbling Brookie, right? I need to start checking more. have a younger, beautiful, intelligent sister. I don't know if she's single, but that's a horse you can't tame, my friend. Mentally, physically, or in a relationship. Sorry. Sorry, sis. True for me too. You have to go to my bio. Rich. It'll say it in my bio. Jeffro, thank you. Big shout out to you. Hi, how are you? I'd rather you say if you were my girlfriend or if you were my friend, if you were in my vicinity. What a healthy meal, you guys. I feel so rejuvenated. Yesterday, I went and I got a little color. Now, I put sunscreen all right here. It's gonna help blend that. Now, this is always gonna be a little more pink because this is a scar. I had a really bad sunburn many years ago and it scarred my skin, but I never tan, and so it gets really white right here, and then this part's like this, so it stands out more. It's gonna help blend that a little bit. But all I did, you guys, was I went for 7 minutes in one of these new beds that's like burn friendly. Like it does not, like it's supposed to help prevent you from burning. I did not burn. Like as you can see, this was already here. But the rest of it gave me just a little airbrush of color because I was white, like white. Very pale. And so I have a little kiss of color. It's also gonna help with some other things because, you know, getting out and getting a little, even if it's not real sun, I'm not supposed to be in the sun, so I have to be, like I'll probably only go twice a month for anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes depending on how I feel. Like I'll start really slow, and then if I notice any changes in my health, I'll drop it down. No, I'm eating a cherry. I just pulled out the stem. Hi, Junebug. Shout out to Junebug. Shout out to Surfboard. How you doing, Junebug? How you doing, Surfboard? Hi, Paul. How you doing, Paul? Case Vinstra. Case Vinstra. Kasib? I'm so sorry. I'm saying your name wrong many times, not just once. I apologize. Rich. Whoop, 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 whoop. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate your gold coin. Shout out to you. This tank top makes them look huge. They're the same size, and it actually holds me in, but because it does that, it makes them look like if you pressed it up against a window, it's gonna make them look bigger. That's kind of what it's doing. Like from here, they don't look like, whoa, you know what I mean? Smooshed down situation is why. And a ribbed shirt. Textured shirts can actually add the illusion of extra inches. Hi, Levi. Big shout out to Levi. Thank you for that flower. You're a flower. Woo, woo. I don't mean it in any, but that flower is a good thing. Okay, shout out to Levi. Woo, 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 woo. Super shout out. I'm gonna give you a super shout out. Can I clap? Yes. Of course I can clap. Can you? I'm gonna put one more thing in my celery juice. And it's also gonna be just a pinch because I don't trust my stomach just yet. It's just been nauseous, you guys. Sorry if anybody is thinking the worst, but let's, I'll tell you what this is in a second. I'm gonna get just a smidge. Okay. This is pure NMN, not M&M. Okay, you guys look that up. It is supposed to rejuvenate you, turn back the clock, help with your joints, your ligaments, your face, wrinkles, everything. But you got to take it kind of like collagen. And this is another building block. So when you put the two together, double the power. I mean, taking extra collagen won't work because your body only uses what it can use and then it digests the rest. Like if you take, let's say your body requires 5,000 units of it and you give it 7, it's going to spit out 2. It doesn't just store that extra 2. And that could be really hard on your stomach. So it's better to go light and make sure the ingredients are bioavailable, because that way you get more of them by taking less. Shout out to Rocket Case. Woo, 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 woo. So say the 5,000 one that is not bioavailable, it doesn't absorb in your stomach very well, it doesn't break down. You might only get 5% of that versus one that has 2,500 but is bioavailable and you absorb 90% of it. Shout out, I am 48. That's okay, Ski Mask Boy, how are you? Shout out to you. I am no longer married. Thank you, Guild. Shout out to Guild. Thank you, Rocket Case. I'm gonna give Rocket Case a dance. No, 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 Rocket Case. No, 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 Rocket Case. No, 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 Rocket Case. Thank you, Rocket Case. I appreciate you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I'm gonna blow it here. Happy birthday, dear Maddie. Happy birthday to you. Kind of blew it. Kind of nailed it for me because I'm not a singer. And I took the risk. I took the risk of singing even if I didn't do it perfectly to make somebody happy. How you doing, Big Toe? The bio, you go to my channel, just hit my picture in the corner, the upper right corner of where you're watching. Read the description. It's gonna say blue page or blue account and it'll have a blue heart. That's what you're looking for. We got what you're looking for. We got what you're looking for. Thank you so much. That's okay if it's not a birthday. Thank you, I Rich, with the gold coin. I Rich, 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 I Rich. Thank you, I Rich. I appreciate you. I once dressed my brother up as Dolly Parton, you guys, when we were kids. I gave him everything you need to be Dolly Parton, if you know what I mean. He had cowboy boots on. He must have been 7, 8. And he was so cute and adorable. And he had a speech impediment, like an adorable one. Like, not that, you know. I found it adorable, I'm saying. And I sent him over there. I said, it's her birthday. You got to do this. She loved it. And she said, oh, thank you, honey, but it's not my birthday. And he was like... He turned around, he was livid, but she was so happy. So I don't care if it wasn't her birthday. It just makes me not want to do it for other people when you guys try to deceive me. I would rather do it for a real birthday, okay? No need to deceive. I can dance and sing without having to make up birthdays, okay, guys? Because then I don't want to do it anymore. Oh, how cute, you need attention. I don't need attention, the channel does. The channel is my job. I would rather be alone. But in order to survive, this is what I have to do, sir. So this is a judgment-free zone. I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to love you. And if you can't get along here and be kind with your differing opinions, then you should go, okay? All right, let's get this cutting tool out. We're just cleaning up the house a little bit. Pick this up, pick this up. Your description's blank. Is there a way, you know what? You know where you're looking for, right? It starts with an O. Just go to, use my channel name from here. Type that. It'll get you in. The blue account. Just type in my channel name or my username. They're the same. Either one will get you in. All right. We're gonna finish getting ready after I clean up. I'm gonna drink this tea later once this is it's cooling down. But I'm gonna drink this first. I'm gonna get rid of this one and get a clean one because I did crack the eggs on this. Where are you? Oh, okay. Sorry guys. I didn't want to have to use a different cleanser. I wanted to use this one. All purpose, because I left the other one in my room. And I didn't want to use that. Sometimes I use dish soap if I know I just sanitized the counters and I just made a tiny mess that isn't like chicken or eggs or anything raw, then I might just use like after I've washed the dishes, I might use what's on there and like wipe it up. Okay. We recycle here and it actually creates a mess and extra work, but Mother Nature's been good to us, am I right? Am I right? You gotta return the favor. Come on. Oh yeah, I remember why I don't use this one. Come on, come on, come on now. Help me out. Can't you see that I got granite to clean? Be fine on my own. I'm gonna love you. What happened to its stroke? I am still having side effects from the stroke. It's been 3 weeks. It was a small stroke called a TIA, thankfully. It wasn't a big stroke that caused a lot of damage. Be joyful always. Okay. Don't tell me what to do. That's how I feel when I read signs sometimes. Don't tell me what to do. Like at a gas station, if it says, get gas here, I'm like, I could be on empty and I'm like, I'll chance it. And I'll go to the next one. You can tell I have some issues. Give me a sec. I'm gonna come back and read and I'll get back to it. Thank you, Lugnuts. Super shout out to Lugnuts, or shout out to Lugnuts. Big shout out to Lugnuts. Ooh. Look, I'm a pair of tongs. I don't know. Hi, John Wick. Shout out to John Wick. Shout out to Rocket Case. Rocket Case, Rocket Case. I forgot the song I made. Rocket Case, Rocket Case. I forgot the song I made. Rocket Case, Rocket Case. Thank you, Rocket Case. Thank you, Rocket Case. No, I made eggs mixed with egg whites to make it less cholesterol, less fat, but not totally all egg whites. I put equal parts. Look like this. Less white, less yellow, more of a softer egg. And then we had some cherries, we had kiwi, we put some creatine and some celery juice, and some pure NMN. And then we have an herbal tea with lemon, pineapple, and pepper, but it's not spicy. Actually, I'm gonna have a little bit. I can always touch both my elbows. What's up, Wu-Tang? I'm about 5'7", like a sliver under. I don't want to say 5'6.5" or 5'6 3/4. You know, we'll just call it 5'7". Because I don't want to say 5'6". I'm not rounding down. Once you're at the half, you round up. Because it's obnoxious to be, I'm 5'6.5". Just kidding. A lot of people do it because we want that little extra bit and we don't know what to say, you know, because we are more than that. You know, like, don't dispute my quarter inch. Don't dispute my 1/16 inch. Excuse me. Hello, bye-bye. Hi, Ibrahim. It's $10. Rocket Case, very low. I have over 800 photos on there. I try to post twice a day. And there's some live streams on there, some videos on there, and options to buy. What am I doing? Okay, you have to go to find out. One sec. I gotta fix my hair clip, and I don't do that in the kitchen. I also don't like to cook with my hair down because I have long hair. It's just like I always worked in restaurants and we always had to have our hair up, so I'll be watching people clean and their hair's like dangling over the food and I'm like, oh, like it's gonna get in there. Yeah, you know what? You guys can go and you can look. It's a small gamble. If you'd like to find out, we're not allowed to talk about it here, so please don't ruin my channel here because you don't want to put $10 into your curiosity. I set the price low so that you guys can find out. Come on, I can't talk about it here, you guys. Help me out to help you out. Please and thank you. That's why we use codes, things like that. I don't want to ruin my channel. I don't want to make people uncomfortable here. Okay. Alright guys, I'm getting cleaned up. I still have a little more celery juice. It's getting kind of murky at the bottom. I'm going to pour a little more water into it because you know things settle at the bottom and then they get a little gritty or they don't taste as good because it's stronger. So I'm going to try to drink this quickly with a little more water in it, not too quickly to hurt my stomach though. Thank you, Ralph. Okay, could we please, I've heard your comments about the eggs. Can you please talk to me as a human being as well? There are people in the chat that I don't want you making uncomfortable. I've been ignoring it. I said I hope you're talking about the food, but let's clean it up a little, okay? A little. We can have a little fun. You see, I sprinkle some adult humor in here. I do, but I don't overwhelm it, you guys. Let's keep it clean. All right. We're gonna get my Tupperware. Isn't it cute? All right. I got these for my daughter to get her something fun, young, you know. I kind of liked it. I got these a couple years ago, so you could see I always had a bad side. Because I got them for my daughter, but I get to use them and enjoy them. All right, and now I have eggs for tomorrow or later, maybe a fried rice, right? Because eggs the next day are never really that juicy and things like that. And in a fried rice, you don't really need them to be. Plus, like the oils, the sesame oils, the soy sauce, things like that. I use amino acids instead of soy sauce to cut the sodium. It tastes the same, maybe a little sweeter. But yeah, that'll make it not so dry and weird and yucky the next day when you warm it up. And then you don't have to put it in the microwave. You probably wouldn't want to put it in a frying pan again the next day. Okay, so I know I have been sharing, 100 likes, 100 likes, 100 likes. Woo, 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 woo. Thank you guys, I appreciate you guys. A big hug and a kiss. Hug first. And a kiss. Thank you guys so much, I appreciate you. Let's do a little happy dance. 100 likes, 100 likes, 105, 105, 100 likes, 100 likes. Thank you for 100 likes. Thank you guys, I appreciate you so much. Gasoline, that's over the top. Please clean it up, okay? Gasoline, have you seen? Last night, you guys, I stretched my lower back, this whole area that hurts me. I turned my feet inward and lifted them. And it relieved the pain for a long time. I couldn't believe it. And then I tried it again and again and again. And I feel like I might have overstretched just a tad right here. But nothing bad. Nothing like I hurt myself. I just feel it. You know what I mean? Like a fishbowl? Like I'm in a fishbowl? No. Thank you, Gasoline. I appreciate that. Okay, YouTube. Pay your admission. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right, guys. I'm going to take you guys in the room and then we're going to, let me just show you real quickly because we're going to be deciding on a color for me, for my hair. I am going to be getting a makeover. I've had my long hair for a while. I mean, it has been growing out, but all my life I tried to keep long hair as long as I could. It would only be shorter because of damage, or occasionally I would go, I should cut it, and I would regret it. If I cut it a little, I tend to like it. So let me show you guys some options. YouTube, I heard your comments. Now start to clean them up, okay? If you want to stay here, you're entitled to think I'm fat. I don't care. But to keep saying it, now you're harassing and bullying, and that's not tolerated on YouTube, and so I can't keep that on here. Shout out to John. It puts an unhealthy environment in here, so let's keep it positive, okay? I do need a massage, actually. All right, you guys. Oh, let me go to this picture first. What do you guys think of this one? Rate this 1 to 10, you guys. 1 to 10. I love you too, Draculus. Thank you. Shout out to you. Rate this 1 to 10. I'm sorry about the glare. I opened my window so you guys could see better. I mean, so it would stop glitching. Okay, 1 to 10. 10. John likes it. Thank you. Milo loves it. I like this one because it's a little more cool and a little darker, so I feel like it might last a little longer than this one, and this is the cut I want. I considered the color, but my skin is too red, and if I have red hair and a red face, it's gonna make me look more red. I would have to always have makeup on probably to feel comfortable. I don't know, but here it is. Same with the other red though, really. 1 to 10, this is the haircut I'm thinking of getting. This is one option. One to 10, guys. Thank you, Woo, Wakan, thank you, John, thank you, Draculus. Milo made these up for me so that I don't have to dye my hair red and regret it. Let's all thank Milo for that. I mean, look at zoomed in. Look how good that looks, even with pink lipstick. And usually red doesn't look so good with pink lipstick. I'm trying to reduce the glare, you guys. All right, now let's see. Thank you, Alex. And thank you, Milo. Okay, I do have some other options. I'm thinking like for right now, just to not damage my hair anymore, because they could just do this and then a few pieces down here, or I can, and it can look like this without having to dye everything and damage every hair strand. If I do this, I'm only doing like a third of the hair, and some of that is only like this, not the whole hair color. If I put red, it's gonna go all over the hair shaft. That dries it out, it damages it. So I'm kind of thinking this until my hair stops shedding. I can add more blonde around the front and just leave the back darker so that the mass volume of my hair can stay healthier, and just around the front can be lighter. You know what I mean? I'd be careful with it. I'm always careful with it. So that's what I'm leaning towards. But that red, I would really love a makeover and just a big new look, a look I haven't had before. I had red hair before, but it wasn't that kind of red. It was more of a maroon, a burgundy, a dark red that didn't fit my skin tone, like cherry red. I mean, today's your birthday? Happy birthday, Rocky Castle. Shout out to you. Thank you, Alex. Shout out to you. And shout out to Rocky Castle. Everybody wish him a happy birthday. You guys can just put an emoji if you want. You could put a W Rocky, put something, put some fire, or the firework emoji reactions, the reactions on the side of your phone. Hit those confettis. Hit those confettis for Rocky's birthday. Let's have a heart, show some spirit for the community. One of our community members, it's his birthday. Woo, 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 woo. Big Al up top. Up top. Thank you so much. Double high five. Big Al. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's get going in the room. I'm going to put this away, and then we're done. I could come back and clean up more later. I didn't mean that to be that song. It just kind of, my brain said, this sounds like I'm humming this song. So I turned it into it a little bit. All right, let's go. How hot is it today where you guys are at? Do tell, do tell. I am carrying this all the way into the bathroom. My bathroom and my hallway still need to be cleaned, but my room, organized, clean, everything unpacked. But my Give me 1 second. I'm going to plug you in. But my bedroom is now put together. It just needs a few accessories, and I need to make my bed. This I'm going to be taking down, but I put it up for when I like change clothes for like a outfit of the day, so that I could close the curtain and not worry about you guys seeing me. Like in any reflection, side mirror, excuse me, whatever the case. Oh, I almost thought that was going to say 120 degrees. For me, it says 114. Am I way behind? Did people unsubscribe? Oh, I'm feeling a little dizzy. We're gonna wash my face. So let me turn this hot water on so it could get hot. You know what, you guys? I really biffed it. I forgot to measure myself before I eat. Hello. And drank all that water. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take the measurements. I will consider that. And we won't do the official numbers until next week, but we'll have something to go off for the week before, and I'll just say in the video like I made the mistake of measuring myself prior. It's really only going to change the stomach for right now, so let's do it. Well, first let me wash my face. Actually, no, because right after I wash my face I want to tone it, and then I want to put the rest of the stuff on. So let's do this. Stuff on. Well, I don't have Tourette's, and I'm not making fun of people with Tourette's. Sometimes I just say things because I said stuff on and I went stuff on, and then people are like, what? Like they don't get it. Makes sense to me, but not to other people. So let me just tell you why I did that. Okay. All right. Come on. All right. Bicep. Milo, do you mind writing these down or screenshotting them and getting them to me? We're going to do a non-flex bicep. Do you mind? Let me go right in the center. Pretty please. Okay, without squeezing the measuring tape, which would make it compress the skin, it is 11 3/4 with a non-flex bicep, okay? Inches. Not quite the largest bicep in the world. Okay, come on, hurry up. That's 12. Dang, not very big. Okay, this one. Let me do it the other way. Come on, come on, come on now, touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? This one's 12 on its own before flexing. And with a flex, it's the same. So, okay. Busts. Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to guess how many inches? Whoever gets closest, I will give you a hug. Say you're right. Well, then we can start doing giveaways on my days that I hit my goals, or as long as I like got improved, then I hit my goals. And then I can do like giveaways, you guys. And if you guess the inches, that person wins. Like whoever's closest. I think that would be really fun. And because watching someone measure themselves isn't the most fun. 54.28. Oh my gosh. Okay, Joshua has the most realistic one. We are sitting at, and mind you, I do have a bra on, but like that's, and it's also compressed. 30, just at 39. Just after 39 when I put it in the proper place. Okay. All right. Belly button. Oh, I almost held in my stomach to see. I mean, I did. looks like, okay, and who got that? It was, the one closest to it was Joshua. Joshua, high five. Woo! And a hug. And you win. Joshua won. Everybody, Joshua, give it up. W, Joshua. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. Everybody be kind to the winners. This is just fun. Okay, now we're going to do at the lower stomach. I'm going to do it right here, you guys, where I have my, what some call the fupa from my children. It is a little less than 37, and I just ate an 8, okay? So that's not good because that's about the size of my, and it's almost at my hips, which, so you saw that it's okay because right here was 29, right? Did we measure that? Did I not? I gave that one up. Okay, so at the belly button is under 29. And then this lower part, my hips start to spread. So it's not the stomach as much as the hips, because you can't just go like this and then a hard angle. It starts to go out like that. You can see I have hips. So this is my, like this is this area, this is this area. It's not like, you know, you get it. Okay, so it's fine. I was freaking for a second, but the most important part is the belly button. Okay. I got a different reading on it this time. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Okay, 39 and a half. Now I'm gonna do my hips right at the butt. Holy moly. $40 3/4. Let me flex. 40 and not even 1/4. So it got smaller when I flexed my booty cheeks. Yeah, my back hurts, but I have bone disease, so. Okay, we're gonna do my thighs. Thank you so much, Milo. I appreciate you. Everybody, give it up for Milo. Put a W in the chat. Milo's a real one, takes pictures when I ask, is helping the chat, answering questions, saving information for me, creating those AI pictures for us so we can see what my hair looks like in those pictures. You guys, give it up for Milo. Okay, upper thigh, right at that spot, a couple inches down from the pubic area. 22. Now I'm gonna flex. This is the first time I'm getting my numbers in a long time, you guys. Okay, can I even flex? Right at 21. It's funny how some of them get smaller when I flex and some get bigger. Okay. 22. Oh wait, I'm down a little. No, I'm not. Okay. 22. And then flexed. Just like 1/8 from 22. So 21 and 7/8, I guess, if we're getting technical. All right. At the calf, and we'll leave it at the calf. 13, not flex. Oh wait, hold on. 13 and 1/8, and flex. Hold on. 13. And that's the left leg. Sorry. 13. Oh wait, that was flexed. 13 and an 1/8 not flexed on both legs, and 13 flexed. And then this was the left arm, which I did first. So first arm was left, second arm was right. I did measure the biceps. I can't believe the numbers, chat, but we're gonna work on that. It's more important than the scale. But the most important is how much body fat you have. I do look at weight because it's a factor, but it's not the most important factor. You can't judge just one thing. And shout out to Alex for the star. Alex, you're a star. You're a star. Alex, you're a star. Alex, 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 you're a star. You're a star. Alex, Alex, Alex. Thank you. Shout out to Alex. Thank you. Thank you, Draculus. Shout out to Draculus. Okay. Well, I'm glad I thought of that because, yeah, I didn't at first. So thank you so much, Milo. I appreciate you. Now we have a baseline. So all these numbers are important. Let's say I just said, oh, I have 30% body fat. That could mean I weigh 200 pounds and have 30% body fat. So it doesn't say anything if I just went off of body fat. I have to factor height, age, I have to factor my genetics a little bit. And I don't mean the body fat portion because you don't have to have a lot of body fat regardless of your genetics. But you might have bigger bones. That doesn't account for hundreds of pounds having bigger bones. But it could account for hundreds of pounds more muscle because some people have bigger frames. So the bones might not weigh more. So when people say I'm big boned, people go, yeah, that's not gonna make you weigh 300 pounds. It does in the fact that it means your genetics are bigger, your frame is bigger, you're gonna have an extra 100 pounds on you of muscle and things like that. Shout out to Joshua. Woo, 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 woo. Thank you so much, Joshua, for the floating heart. Here's your floating heart. Thank you. Sorry, I know that was scary. All right, let's put this away and let's wash my face. Oh yeah, I'm not saying I want to get rid of all my body fat. In fact, I'm thinking 20%. I think that's a healthy range for me, especially given my health issues and sometimes I have trouble eating. I don't want to go below an unhealthy level. It tells your body you're starving, then that lowers your metabolism, you know, and then if you ever decide to put more on, your body wants to save it. It's just, I want to be at a healthy, but I'm not on I'm not going on a stage for bodybuilding. So I think 20, 19, 22, you know, around there, a little flexibility, whether I'm traveling and put on a couple pounds. You know, I don't want to just hold one weight, one hard number. I want to have a little flexible window to live, you know, live a healthy life. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you so much. I don't know if that was the same floating heart, but we'll give you another one. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Joshua. And thank you for 115 likes. 115, 115, 115, 115, 115. Watch how much better this looks when I take it down. Hold on. I'll clean all this later. Where are you? Oh. Yes, I have a mess. I have to pick up. I went to the M Casino with my daughter for a staycation. So I have stuff in the hallway, but it looks so much less cheap. But that was just so I put it up to see if it would work if I'm using it as a changing curtain. But even if I do that, I'm going to get a better curtain. Those are horrendous though. But for now, it'll work. I don't want to waste money just, you know, eventually once the budget allows, we'll spend more. But right now, I'm only going to spend what I make on YouTube. Whatever I net is what I'm going to invest. I am going to invest into an editor, and we're meeting Wednesday or Thursday in person, and I'll give a chunk of money for editing, lighting, things like that. But then after that, I'm only going to spend what I make each month to invest, and then at some point, I'll start to keep some of it for myself. But yeah, I'm going to put it back in the channel. And I'm going to be focusing on my health on this channel, so we're going to be filming more. If I have to do makeup, I can only film once, really. But if I'm doing this kind of stuff, I have to do this stuff anyways. I don't have to do makeup, but I have to brush my teeth and eat and things like that. So this helps me stay healthier, get up, get things done. I'm standing on my feet longer because I'm explaining things instead of just cooking my food, eating, and going back to bed. It's keeping me up longer. So thank you for that. It's just a healthier option for me and for the world, actually. I mean, hopefully some of this rubs off. Hi, Justin. Shout out to you, and thank you for saying hi to the friends as well. Thank you, Trinity. So I'll be trying celebrity meal plans only if it's not like loaded with bad stuff or things I can't have, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna look for some that have things I like. Otherwise, why get a meal plan with things you can't eat? You're setting yourself up for failure, you know what I mean? There's so many options out there. So I'm gonna look for celebrity meal plans, and I'm gonna tell you how much each one cost for the week, how long it took to prepare them, how I prepared them, how much the calories, you know, all that kind of stuff. What I thought of the meal, whether I thought it was delicious and doable, or if it's something I never want to eat again. I'll tell you how much body fat I lost. I'll tell you how much my muscles have grown. And I'm going to do the same workouts every time, like an hour of walking or a half hour, whatever I do, I'll do the same for that week as the next time I do a challenge to keep it fair. That way it's not because I burnt more calories, but I'll still get to work out. You know, I won't have to stop working out to get an accurate reading. We'll just do the same exact workouts and see what happens. And I'll try to eat the same as I normally eat in between, not ruin it. Otherwise, it could affect the numbers as well. But yeah, I mean, I'm not eating as expensively. I find like eggs are a more affordable protein. And sometimes safer, you know, mercury free. Our oceans aren't the cleanest. Although I do eat fish, I try to see where the fish is coming from, and I try to minimize the amount of fish I eat, and I make sure it's well cooked. Unless I'm at a trusted seafood place, like a sushi bar. I made sushi myself before, but I used imitation crab or well-sourced fish, fresh fish. Eggs can be expensive, but if you think about how much it is to get the amount of grams of protein per steak versus eggs is going to win hands down every time in price. But if you're wanting something with iron and you want a steak, it's okay to want a steak if you can afford the steak. But I'm just trying to add options for people who say, I can't afford to eat healthy. There are ways to eat healthy, and that's why, you know, I'm adding that into the dialogue. Okay, I use La Roche-Posay. This isn't a Korean one. This was recommended to my daughter for the redness on her face. Mine has calmed down a lot. This stays red because when I'm talking, it kind of squeezes it. And any time I touch or squeeze my skin, it gets pink. So it's always going to be a little pink right there. But it does get less pink. So let's go into the other room, and we're going to start. Oh, and I use these for washcloths, you guys. It's called the Elvira face disposable towels, or disposable face towels. It comes with 100 washcloths. They look like this. They look like paper towels, but they're not. They're so sturdy. Watch. And so comfortable, and it has a scrubby side and it has a soft side. Of course you can rip it, but a paper towel is not going to hold up to that test. I was giving it a go. And then you don't have bleach in your washcloths, because people when they wash their clothes, sometimes they put bleach in it to keep their washcloths from going moldy. It doesn't have laundry detergent in them because you have to wash your washcloths if they're not disposable, right? It doesn't have fabric softener in it. These are completely sanitary and very good for people with acne, sensitive skin, who don't want to breathe in mold and wipe mold all over their face, because washcloths can get moldy, and if they're not moldy, you're using chemicals to keep them clean, and that you're rubbing that all over your face. So it's different to wear clothes with fabric softener in them. I use a safer one because, you know, you breathe in those perfumes and it's sitting on your skin, rubbing your skin as you walk and sweat and stuff. Because as soon as it gets wet, those chemicals are absorbing into your skin. So. All right. Not to be a Debbie Downer, I'm trying to uplift us into a healthier life with the things I've learned and am still learning. I've got a long way to go. I'm no guru. I'm just a broke down woman that has been rebuilding herself and have learned a lot of things on the way. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. I'm glad you liked it. I'm trying not to gatekeep, and it answers a lot of questions for a lot of people in one comment. You know what I mean? It keeps people, like someone might want to try that. Okay, let's go. Sorry guys, we're going. Oh, and I never got that music on, did I? Guess I never pushed play. All right. We're gonna do my skincare and talk a little. Let me plug this in. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Whoa, Douglas. Whoa. All right. Time to eat crickets. Time to eat crickets and mealworms. Or beans. Beans, you guys, beans are so underrated. People think they're fat, but did you know they're actually a healthy fat? And beans and rice made the healthy way are a really balanced meal. It's a very, very balanced meal. Almost perfectly balanced. Most people that make refried beans, they use pork lard. They put things in it to make it tastier, creamier. So it's not the beans, you guys. Just like, I think we're all learning that there's healthy fats and bad fats. Of course, you have to watch how much you have of it. Like if you eat too much healthy food, you can still gain weight. It's a caloric measurement. We all go off a caloric deficit or eating too many calories, you know, a caloric intake of too many calories. Where's my cotton swabs? Okay, give me a sec. I want to know your name. Sergey. We're gonna use a toner right after washing our face. The longer I take to put the toner on, the more I feel it's drying out. I want to hit those pores while they're still open. So I'm probably going to start putting my toner right by the sink so I can wash it, put the toner, and then come over here and do the rest of the steps that are supposed to be done when this dries a bit. I think that's what I'm going to do. Sometimes little light bulbs come up and they just make your life so much easier. I don't like a lot of stuff on my countertops. But I can remove something else or just deal with it to make my life easier. Because it's not clutter, it's necessity. Otherwise, I have to sprint over here. And then if I do that, then I'm doing that just so that I could keep my stuff off the counter. No. Okay. Felix from Stray Kids, that's my cousins, brothers, sisters, dogs, babysitters, saxophone players, teachers. And someone will still say, nuh-uh, or someone else will say, really? No, not really. But if you're going to play with me, if you're going to prank me, I'll prank you. I had to think how to say that didn't sound bad. Hi, A is for Ace. How are you? Ooh, nice PFP. Nice picture. I probably wouldn't have noticed if Milo didn't point it out, because I don't really focus on the pictures so much. Sometimes I do. You had red in your last emoji, right? Red and another color, maybe red and black. I think I can kind of see the colors, but no, I don't really focus on the image because I can't see what it is. I can't, you know? Like, I can tell that's Milo, but it just looks like black with a white spot and green around it. I can't see the pictures because I'm on a little phone, but I'm going to ask the editor, if he's not just an editor, he's like good with lots of stuff. I'm going to ask him to set up my TV or my laptop to where when I just don't know how to do that. And then also to create, like, if I'm going to be doing like penmanship to create people's name in the sand, I want to have a split screen so that you can see my face, but you can also see me doing the penmanship at the same time. I don't want to have to set up 2 channels to do that and do a like shared stream. I would rather just, which I could, that's an option, but I'd rather just learn the technology. Not try to find a more complicated way to do everything. Okay, I just put on the Belief on my eyes. You guys, look at this. Do you remember a few days ago or last week? Ooh, string. Okay, that was from the cotton puff. Do you remember that this was like all the way down here? And I was like, I had a big like skin fold right here. And this one looked like this. I had a little flap of skin right here. You can still see it. But it's very controlled, very snatched. And if I keep using my skincare twice a day, it'll stay more snatched. Like I've been using it twice, sometimes once, sometimes skipped a few days. Like so, but it still works. Look what it's doing. If I don't use it for a few days, my skin falls because that's 8 times I missed my treatment. So I try to keep up on it, but look at that. This one's my worst eye. I could go back and put a little more and it'll hold that up for the day. They also have these little tape pieces, or I can just put on the makeup and try to camouflage it with the colors and take the attraction off of this and onto the colors of my eye, which nobody's really focusing on that because it's been controlled. It's not like something like, whoa, look at all that skin, look at all those. It's usually things that like are really pronounced that catch people's attention, you know, and makes it hard when you're talking to like look at anything else. Kind of like a couple things on me, you know what I mean? Like this redness on my face, my crooked teeth I used to have, my braces on my bottom teeth, and more. Okay, this was the Cosrx 6-peptide skin booster, one of my favorite products. I have been using this for years, and yesterday I started using red light beds again. I did cover my face and use sunscreen for the tanning bed, which I only did 7 minutes in a bed that's new and advanced and prevents burning. Only 7 minutes, and I haven't tanned in 3 years, you guys, at least 3 years. So it's not like I'm over tanning, and I know the risk, and I try to be as careful as I could be, but I don't have a place I could go lay out with being disabled. It's just right down the street. It made it easier for me. And after the tanning bed, I did a red light. So I did cover my face and my chest when I did the tanning bed. And I didn't burn or anything. This is an old sunburn, so I've learned my lesson. I've been out of the sun since this. That's when I quit. So it might have been 4 years. But anyways, the red light, I didn't cover my face, just my eyes. So that's going to help to keep my skin tight. And I'm almost wondering if that's why my neck feels extra tight this morning, and or if it's products I'm using, or both. But I do feel, tell me the truth, Milo, and if you don't mind taking a picture of the side profile so I can see for myself what my neck looks like, and we will keep this as part of the journey. So I'll do a few. I'll do one like this. A little up, a little straight ahead. I don't know what else to do. I guess that's it. Okay, thank you so much, because that's going to help me. I can compare it to old photos. Once I see them, I'll put those on my Instagram, you guys. That's where I'm going to start putting my results, sometimes in the community post. But if you want to see them quicker and more like on a daily basis, or every few days, or once a week, and not just like every couple weeks or once a month, you guys can follow that on Instagram. I'll be posting a lot of that on Instagram. Thank you, A's for A's, and thank you, Milo. That makes me want to wait, you guys, because this isn't that bad. Like, you know what I mean? I can work on this with some treatments. I had a membership somewhere, and I stopped going because of my health. But I could get another membership for way less, or just individual treatments, so I don't waste buying a membership and then not be able to get down there. I could just pay for individual things, go in there, get a laser treatment. It really worked on my stomach, and I think it worked on my neck, but it was hard to tell because I had so much loose skin that, like, I still had loose skin after, but I thought it looked better. And now I just see that everything I've been doing has been working. There's been a few things that made my neck red. There's been a few things that made it itchy. There's, you know, like, but all in all, it is a collective effort to tighten it. I think it's working. So I'm just going to keep working on it for now. We're going to take the neck lift and lower face lift off the table. No pun intended, pun intended. Okay. Oh, thank you. Hello, Stin Universe Forever. I'm saying that wrong. Hilo. Hilosti Universe Forever, is that right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be working on our neck in safe ways and only doing the ones you can do. Thank you guys for 129 likes. I appreciate you guys. Like, I was talking about it earlier today, and I was talking about, so let's say a trucker, it like always leans like this. They're going to need to do exercises that open their back this way. They're going to have to do some like opposite, but slowly, you know, to where they don't cause themselves any pain. They're going to have to do exercises to straighten that out. Someone who sits like this is going to have to do opposite to open themselves up. You can't just like lift yourself to straight. It's going to go back down. You have to overextend it to try to average that out. But you don't want to go like super far. You just want to keep going a little more, a little more, a little more until it rights itself. So you're doing kind of a counter pressure to get your spine kind of like braces on your teeth. You're putting that pressure to move those bones slowly. If you try to do it too quickly, you can hurt yourself. So definitely you want to do it slowly. You want to do it safely. You want to look at your body and see if are you sleeping on one side all the time? That's going to make your body unbalanced. So we have to try to keep a straight spine. If we're always gripping things like a hammer, you're going to want to do hand stretches because you're never going to be able to fully extend your hand. If you're always like, there's different things for different, you know, habits that we have with our body. or things that we do over and over because of a job. So think about what you do through the day. Focus this week, you guys. Focus on what you do, how you sit, how you sleep, what your habits are at work, and we're going to try to reverse that. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to go to the neck. 130 likes, 131 now, 130 likes. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Wonder Boy. I didn't see what happened. Hi, Wonder Boy. And I appreciate that advertisement, Hilo. Hilo's the universe. Okay, so I'm just going like this with it. And I'm now putting this one on first. I bought a new cream, but it has retinol in it, so it was itching my skin, turning it red. And I must have done this and then went to put on my face cream and got that retinol on my face because it is a strong retinol. So there's ways to still be able to use retinol without hurting your face, making it peel too much, making it too irritated. And I know I don't seem like the one to give the best advice, but sometimes you learn from mistakes and just getting it right. But yeah, that cream, this cream right here, now I put it on after, and this cream acts as a barrier to dilute it. So it goes on, but not as strong. This is just called neck firming cream. This is what it looks like. I got it off of Amazon, and I think it's helping. And I haven't even been consistent with it because it was burning. I wasn't healthy enough to keep up with my skincare. I didn't feel good. So we're going to spread a thin layer on top of that instead of first. I was putting it on first. And now I'm just going like that. I'm taking from my neck and just going under that jawline. Kind of carving my own jawline. It's just more of a getting this lymph node started right here. And then we're going to go down. Woo! Because it has that moisturizer on there, there's no static in trying to go like this down your hand, or your neck, if your skin isn't lubricated. I have a very tight neck. Okay. And last but not least, so I did just use retinol, and now I'm going to be putting something on my face. I usually do this one last, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using this last, so I don't use retinol anywhere else unless I want to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my knuckle instead of the front of my hand to rub this in. I'm going to figure something else out. I'll use the back of my hand. There we go. I don't want to get a retinol burn again like I did last time. There we go. All right. It's easier to put it on like this, you know, and then go like this just to make sure there's no spots that are not rubbed in enough. And now the back of my hand is moisturized, so I'm going to do the other one. And that's okay if it gets a little retinol on it. It'll be all right. All right, that is the Some by Me product, and Me is spelled M-I. Some by Me. It has AHAs, BHAs, PHAs, Centella osseotica. 70% of this is Centella osseotica. It also has some tea tree, 10,000 ppm. What I like about this is it tells you how much. It doesn't just say, hey, we have Centella in this. It tells you how much centella it puts in it, and a lot of face products don't do that. Alex Johnston, shout out to Alex Johnston. Shout out to you. Woo, 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 woo. Alex, 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 Alex. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate you. W, Alex. Okay, we're gonna take a little CBG. Couple drops. We're gonna have a whole system here. I haven't done this yet. I've had this new CBG and the CBN, but I haven't been taking the CBD or CBN. So I'm gonna take a few drops of each, okay? This is non-TH, you know what? Okay. This is CBN. You guys can look up what they do, but they have different markers that they all kind of, they can work in a synergistic way. Synergy. But yeah, I haven't been taking the CBD and the CBN, and yeah, they have different properties that can help different parts of your body, and I need help all over, so. Okay, one more. I think because I was having some stomach discomfort, nausea, I didn't want to take the oil and risk upsetting my stomach. And I was also just hurting, and when I'm hurting, I get like lazy. Not lazy, but like I don't want to expend my energy. There's a video called, I think it's the 20 spoons. So let's say it's like you get 20 spoons for the day. I think it's 20. I'm just making up a number, but I think it's 20. And every time you do something, you only have that many spoons left for the day. This is somebody who's disabled might only get 7 spoons. And we have to plan our spoons accordingly, because after 7 of them, we don't have the extra spoons to keep going, and then we have to lay down. So I forget where I was started from, but it ended up in a good place, because that's a good thing. Check that movie out. It's a short little clip, short little video. If you guys can't tell, I am working very hard on my health, research, investing the time, going to the doctors, going to my appointments, canceling appointments if they're going to hurt me, avoiding injury, you know, things like that, the best I can. I did hit my head yesterday, because why not? Why wouldn't I? Because I literally said to myself when I was leaving the house, I'm like, not what's the worst can happen, but I was like, it's not like you're really going to get hurt. Just be safe getting in and out of the bed. And then I hit my head trying to clean it, because it was a bed I've never been in before. I wasn't familiar with the shape. I just did my normal wipey routine. I did it at other salon with other beds, and I just went whoop and stood up and cracked my head on the edge. And if you guys don't know how just like a bump on an edge can really set you back, it really can. It's not like hitting a flat surface. It makes it sharp. So, you know, like almost like the tail end of a crowbar versus the flat end. So that's how it felt, and I made sure I tried to stay up as long as I could to make sure I didn't have a concussion, which is why I didn't really sleep last night. I fell asleep, but then I woke up, like, and I was like, and then I kept myself awake. I have that. PWNULOLUMAD. I have that. Punulolumad. I have that. Thank you. I did. And you guys know I hit my leg on the edge of a box and had a hematoma, and it's still there, but I can, you know, like it hurts to squeeze it, but I can stand on it now. I can walk on it, but it took 5 months for me to get out of bed with that thing. Shout out to you, P. I'm going to call you PW. Woo, woo, woo. Shout out PW. Shout out PW. Shout out PW. Shout out PW. Thank you. I appreciate you. PW. Ooh, ooh, PW. We are 10 likes away, you guys. 10 likes away. All right, let me get my makeup and let's start putting a little on right here on bed. On my bed. Not on bed. Okay. And I gotta do a little, sorry, I tripped over the, I tripped over the thing. I gotta do a little, that's what it sounded like, huh? Okay, I got my blonde ponytails, you guys, for the Harley Quinn cosplay. I got my blonde ponytails. I got my blonde ponytails. Got my blonde ponytails. I'm gonna get some pink spray. I'm gonna order that today. I don't know why I didn't. I do have some pink highlights and I do have a red spray, but I could always go down to the party store or the little Halloween store, whatever it is. Like a party store, they have pink spray. So I'll figure it out. I'll make sure I have it in time for sure. I'm gonna check when they're gonna deliver it. I'll go prime so it's guaranteed, stuff like that. So let's put some makeup on, makeup on, makeup on. Yes, thank you, PW. Appreciate you and thank you for that gift. Everybody, thank you for the gifts. Okay, I'm gonna use the lighter one right here. That is very light. This acts as a concealer. It's a concealer and foundation in one. This is like a heavier coverage. But bear with me, and since it's a concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and take it up under the eye. Concealer and foundation, I should say. So it's thinner than a concealer. It's thicker than a foundation. And then we were going to add some darker colors to make it look like a natural human color, especially now that I tanned yesterday. It looks very fair on me. So it's time to go get some summer colors. I'm sure I have some that are darker. But thank you. Thank you, Helen. We appreciate Helen Oswald. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Helen. You're a flower, Helen. We appreciate you so much. Shout out to Helen W. Helen. Give it up for Helen, everybody. Helen, 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 Helen. Okay, I know how this looks, you guys. Bear with me. And what do we always say, you guys? Don't say it, Milo. What do we always say? I want to see if the mods know this time. Because I know you know. I should have said, please don't say it. I was trying to say it quickly. Don't say it. What I should have said is viewers only, or Babblebees only, don't say it. But it came out too late, sorry. I didn't mean that in a rude way. What do we always say, you guys? Because you know it. You know. Thank you, Joshua. Big shout out to Joshua. Joshua. Thank you, Joshua. Here's how we make this color look normal. We're going to take some brown. We're going to put it at the crown. We're going to put it all the way down. You could put a little or a lot, but since my face is very light right now, I'm putting extra. Then we're gonna go right here. Ooh, yeah, that's fine. Because that's kind of my natural cheekbone pattern. It's kind of at a diagonal angle. I was gonna say diangle or something. I don't know. Okay, the dangle. Gotta measure that. Those who were here earlier know the meaning of that little. I do that after I tell a naughty joke. I try to run away so I can hide from the shame and the scene of the crime. Okay, we're putting the brown in the hairline. because you don't want to have brown and then a very white hairline. It just doesn't look as good. It makes the skin color not look natural or like you always wear a hat. So that just softens it a little bit. If you need more for where you're going to part it, you can do that. But I just put it in and like blended it to where it goes this color and gets lighter, 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 so I don't have to go all the way through my hair. Because sometimes I flip it. Sometimes I wear it parted to the side. And then I wash that off at night. So, okay. So now this doesn't look so pale, right? This is a neutral, it's eluding me, contour, which can also be like a bronzer because it has warmth and it has cool. So you don't really need to warm it up if you're trying to go quick. You don't have to put a cool contour and then a warm bronzer. You could just put this and it'll help put that definition without making you look gray. So, okay, we're gonna put my favorite blush, we'll call it BLOOD blush, because it can go very dark. We're gonna have to go darker here. It can go that dark. But it blends in so, so beautifully. I'm going to use the side of this one because I don't want to use the part that has any brown or contour, and I don't have all my beauty blenders right here. So we're just going to make do with what we have. And the more you blend that in, the more that it looks like it's coming from underneath the skin and not like it's sitting on the skin. And now not only have we put color on our forehead, which we're going to put some of this pink, which puts a little blood back in the face to make you look human. Because most of us do have a tiny bit of pink under our skins if we blush, if we get hot, if we get happy, those kind of things. If we eat a chili sandwich. A burrito with a lot of salsa. We get hot and sweaty. Okay, so now I have color here, here, and I will probably put a little on my chin just to balance it. I'm going to use whatever's on here. Just right there. Unfortunately, I have a little tiny chin. So, but it has just a little color, so it's not so different than the rest. I could contour this and try to make it look tighter. It's not a big deal to me. This will all make more sense once I put the rest of the stuff on. Okay, let me get my... It's time to sit on the yoga ball. But I'm going to bring these over before I do. Oh, I didn't do my shake machine today. I didn't do my shake machine today. What am I getting? Oh. Okay. Yoga ball. I'm going to go grab the yoga ball. The yoga ball lets me sit longer without as much pressure. Under pressure. All right, where are we? Okay. Under pressure. Oh, I'm on the cord. All right, let's get this going. 2 talents. Stick around, buddy. You'll see them all. I can't do 50 tricks in 1 minute. Unlike you. Okay. Let's see your tricks, buddy. Let's see you spin 12 plates, do makeup, do some hair, tell jokes, do a backflip, show your Taekwondo skills, speak Spanish. Stick around before you start talking shit just because I have big breastises. Judging people for having big boobs is not cool, you guys. It's almost the same as being racist. It's on the same level. So don't do that. You can't judge somebody's heart, intelligence, or talents by the size of their talents, okay? If you know what I mean. All right. I did not put anything on the top of my eyes this time. We'll see what difference it makes. So usually I put a little foundation or concealer on the top. So we'll see what happens. This is just a subtle look. No big deal. Hi, Kevin. Big shout out to Kevin. Thank you, Primosaurus. I'm confident with my body. But I do try to ask myself, is this something that flatters my body or not? Does it make me feel excited? Does it make me feel comfortable? And it all depends on the occasion, whether I need my clothes to be exciting or comfortable, I guess. Sometimes both, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to give up a little elegance at the cocktail party and put on some comfier heels instead of the ones that caught your eye. All right, let's put on some eyebrows. It's just a tank top, you guys. If I stood up, you would see I have almost all of my chest covered. Mine is like 1/10 of them. It's not like they're all hanging out. It's just they're large. Like, if I stood up, you would see they're mostly covered, but I'm sitting down and it's angled down, so it's, and that wasn't on purpose. I was sitting higher. I've been covering up more so that people can actually get to know me. I do get hot. It is summertime. And I do want to be comfortable. I was wearing an oversized t-shirt with no bra support. So this is an upgrade. It's comfortable without being too revealing. The t-shirt might have been more revealing, to be honest, because the movement, more inappropriate, I mean. Okay, I have to say, I think this is the powder that made me the least sensitive to it. I'm not noticing my nose irritated. Usually, and knock on wood, my nose gets really runny. Once I start putting on my eye makeup, it will run a little because unless I am really careful not to get it near the tear duct. But sometimes, like, trying to hold a line and hold your eye open can make your eye water. And you don't want your eye to water because it'll mess up your makeup, so you try to hold it in and then it'll make your nose run. So that's the issue, is I'm trying to hold it in and it makes my nose more runny. Sorry, I know that's a lot of TMI, but the reason I'm saying it is for others who are really sensitive, maybe this will help you too. This is called Catkin. Looks like this. Also off of Amazon. I usually just try to one-stop shop things, but if I have to look outside the Amazon box, I will. They don't have everything. I'm 48, going to be 49 in October. Bozadar, please stop talking about how big my eggs are, please. I asked you nicely. I don't want to have to put you in a timeout. Let's be respectful to the other people. If you can't be respectful to yourself and have self-respect, and you can't be respectful to me because of my eggs, then please, for the others in here and that are going to watch this back, please be respectful. And if that doesn't work, nothing will. All right, eyebrows almost done. Although there could be a chance that's the English that they know. And I'm not sure. I'm not judging. I'm not assuming. But there could be. I was always told to try to be understanding and imagine different scenarios where the person didn't have intent to hurt you, unless it's clear they did. So maybe that's all and they don't hear me saying stop. Like they don't understand me saying I don't like it. I don't know. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. That's what I meant. That's the word I was looking for. Not just understanding, but benefit of the doubt. Like if someone's late, instead of imagining that they don't respect you, well, what if something happened to them? Like they could be hurt, you know? That should be the first thought if you trust someone, like that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Benefit of the doubt. But you only give them so much benefit of the doubt, depending on how much you know someone, trust someone, and believability of the story, I guess. Okay, just a nice little skin color, just to get rid of like the little veins and things like that. It would work better if I would have put a primer down. Primers, I think, broke out my eyes before, like blocked the ducts of my eyelashes, and I had, for like a month or 2 months, I was getting styes after that every time I tried to use it, and I was like, oh, hell no. I thought it was a fluke. I thought it was all the makeup I was doing during Halloween. It was not. It was not. It was not. All right. I am going to use a little bit of brown today. I've been using this orangish shade lately, but I'm going to start with a little bit of brown in the corner. Just a little. And then we're going to do the same thing on each side. It's easier to go a little step at a time instead of finishing the whole eye and then trying to do the other one. Because then you know you have the same amount on there, and I really need to start doing it that way more often. And then let's start working that out a little bit. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Primasaurus. Well, I don't know what you mean by that, Explorer. I hope your question is appropriate. I have no idea what you mean. You mean when I'm stretching? Everybody, let's keep the chat respectful, please. I want to be comfortable. Everyone wants to be comfortable. Let's keep it public friendly, okay? PG-13. What is PG-13? Think like Shrek. The movie Shrek. Kids can watch it, but there's a little bit of adult humor, and not at anyone's expense. They're not calling us names, picking on us, or violating us in any way. Thank you, Randy. 150 likes, 150 likes, 150 likes, 150 likes, 150 likes, 150 likes. Thank you guys for the 150 likes. I'm so excited. I'm trying to do a little dance, but I'm on a yoga ball, so I don't have my legs to dance. I just whoop, 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 whoop. Thank you guys. I know I do silly little dances. That's to show you guys I'm excited, and because I am excited. I like to dance. I like to do little songs for you guys. I find it fun. I always do little songs anyways. Maybe I'll write you guys a song one time. That would be nice. That would be a lot more pressure than just writing one on my own, you know? But who cares, because they're not perfect when I'm sitting here going, you know, like I used to go, ninja bang, ninja bang. You know, like, that's not like some Grammy-winning song, but it just, I would hope, makes the person feel special to have their own song. Or for you guys to have your own Brooke written song for you. I hope you guys would like that. This is where the tank top is gonna stay. I'm not pulling it down anymore. Have some respect. This is PG-13. I put my clothes where I'm comfortable. If you're interested in more, please check out my bio to see if I have any socials where you can connect with me further. Oxy doxy, oxy doxy. All right, let's put the tan one right in between those two colors. It almost ruined it because it's a little warm, but it's okay. It needed something in between, and I didn't want to put the orange color, so we used this. And it works. It works. It's fine. I think I went out a little too far on this side. So I'm just going to kind of tap it a little, get that pigment down. I guess it was okay. It might have been a shadow. That's all right. I'm going to use you. It's okay. Well, let's try to ignore it, love bugs. That's why I'm asking them to be respectful, you know, and we'll keep an eye on it. If they keep doing it, we'll get rid of it. So let's trust the process that we're going to give them an opportunity. Unless it's really, really vile, then they get no chances. That was their chance. But if we can ask them to be respectful and they're willing to be, then great. If they keep being yucky, the mods know what I want them to do. We'll take care of it. I want you guys to be comfortable. But I can't get rid of everybody because that ruins the numbers, you guys. The more people you hide, the worse it is. That's supposed to be the last result. That's why I asked them to come over to the kind side of the community. And they can still tell me they like what they see. But I just don't want them to be crude about it. Or rude, or like too much. All right, this one, I might need to get another one. What I'm saying is let the mods handle it, okay? I just want you guys to be comfortable, so trust that the mods and I will take care of it. It might be slower than you would like, but that's for a reason. That was a little curly up one, but it's not too curly, and I actually like it. Super shout out, but very close. Super shout out, super shout out. Because people ask for shout outs, and when they give a super chat, I give a super shout out. When they give a gift, I almost said a shift. When they give a gift, I give a shout out and a little dance, and then the super shout out gets a bigger dance. But I'll do a big dance for the larger gifts. Like there's one where the guy's waving his arms and dancing, and then I just did that in the kitchen. I danced just like that. It was like, you know, waving its arms like this, and I was doing it too. So I'm gonna try to have fun with you guys with these gifts, and I will dance with you when you guys do like a gift, larger gift. I'll dance a better dance. Okay, that one went too thick. Anywho, hi Maurice. What's good in the hood? And I'm not implying you live in the hood. I'm just rhyming. How are you doing, Maurice? Put a 1 if it's your first time here, please. We'd like to welcome you. This channel has a lot to offer. It's not just makeup. I'm going to be doing a lot of things like with health and macros and, motivation. I am a disabled woman, and I hope that my effort to stay as healthy as I can motivates people, because I have a body that is very difficult to work out. And there's a lot of people that are able-bodied and could be like freaking legends in the making, and they're just not using their body. And I don't say that to judge them. I say that like, gosh, I wish, if only I had a body that was well. Oh, thank you, Maurice. Nice to have you here. I'm sorry, when I'm putting on my makeup, I am less able to see the comments, but I do my best. And if I see I missed a lot of them, I try to scroll back. But yes, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for giving us a chance. We have so many things on this channel because it's really like following my life. For a while, we were doing a lot of makeup looks like clown, Edward Scissorhands, cosplay, face art makeup, like all kinds of makeup, because people liked me doing the makeup. But and then we were trying to put stretches in there and stuff like that to keep it healthy and have a healthy angle to it. But now we're gonna go at it a lot more. We're gonna be showing a lot more of the healthy stuff, me chasing my health and trying to help you guys do the same. If you guys want to know that question, Mana, you can go to my bio and find a place to talk to me off of here. Okay. Somewhere I have a DM, and I'll tell you right now, I don't answer the IG ones very often because I don't look at it very often. And I would appreciate if anybody who goes in my IG is respectful. However, I do have one other social. So go to the bio and you can check that out. Yeah, I don't care if it's a simple question. It's disrespectful for the community. So if you can't respect that, then I'll kick you out. You're not going to talk down to me like that, like I'm some simpleton, like I'm some child, like I'm some idiot. You're not going to talk down to me like that. You'll get ignored. It's not appropriate, okay? There's some things I don't answer on here, even if they're easy. Like, what's your kid's name? Come on. Come on. It's easy. It's simple. So simple. Yeah, I know my kids' names. I know their birthday. I'm not going to tell you. I gave you an opportunity to find out. Now you're not going to find out because you're rude. If you don't have $10 and some patience, that's not my problem. Okay, I don't like it curves that much. I'm going to match it to the other side. Charlie, Charlie. It's a no, you're not going to get an answer from me, so stop asking me. You will not get an answer from me. Okay. You're rude. I will answer polite questions, but now it's been too long with you being rude to me. I'm not answering you. Don't pressure women. Women don't pressure men, men don't pressure women. Don't do that. No means no, my guy. I have a right to my own autonomy. Surprise. If you're polite and you ask on the one that I was mentioning earlier, I will answer. I'll answer the size and if they're real and all that, yes. Okay, there it is. Much better. If you're polite. All right, let's do the primer first. Primer, primer. I might have left it on the desk. Ouch. Hi, El Cheapo. How are you? Yeah, not on IG, not on TikTok, on the one where it's appropriate. There's only one place I'll answer that now. Unless I was to do a video, but I doubt it. I did at one point, but it got taken down because I was talking about something in there, a moment in my life that made me thin, and it set off a complaint on their part. And then I tried to edit it, and I didn't look all the way through the video to make sure there was any more. I just went to the one part they showed me, and they said it wasn't good enough, so they took it down. But now that I have a different account, that's where I'll answer it. Okay, I have to say I'm happy with the way the makeup is coming out. I might do a brown eyeshadow underneath and not mascara, because the mascara seems to bleed and it kind of makes the makeup look heavier. I do like putting mascara on my bottom lashes if it's very light, not super heavy tarantula on the bottom. But if it's hitting my skin under here because it's so long, then it starts to kind of bleed and I get little black spots down there. So I don't mind just like tapping it closer to the waterline to give it a couple little black, you know, lashes down there. But I can also use eyeshadow to give it just a little shadow down there. Which I think I'm going to try today just to see how it looks. I'll use the tan across the middle area. Whoa, that went like in my eye and touched the bottom. So now I have to touch the bottom over here. See how it got mascara right there? I was trying to not get mascara on there, so now I have to. I mean, it touched it pretty hard, so. Okay, I'll try to fix the rest with eyeshadow to make a match, but well, now I have to put a little. Okay. Crap-a-dap-a-dap-a-dap. It pushed it hard, so, like, because my eye blinked. And it was like, what are you putting in me? What are you putting in my eye? It's almost the same. So we have to go longer, which I did not want to do. The one thing I didn't want to do. So we'll try it another time. Okay, actually, I love this eyeliner. I used to wear this when I was in school, you guys. I'm going to put this one on first, because this is just like putting tan eyeshadow on, but it's a tan liner. It'll last longer. Okay, and then I'm going to do an under lash, like a little shadow of a lash, like I did on the wing. So I drew a little tail, which makes a shadow for the upper one. It's kind of, they're going in reverse. So I could have extended a little more or like tried to match it. This one should be smaller than that one though. So we're going to do the other side. I haven't used this for eyeliner in a while. I can't wait to do, I'm going to do a how I used to wear my makeup video. I'm meeting with the editor Wednesday and Thursday. And I'm going to pick 4 or 5 videos for us to make in a day. That way, every time he comes out here, we're making, I don't know, 5 to 10 videos, depending on whether they're like 10-minute, 5-minute, 30-minute. It all depends on how many mistakes I make and things like that. And then he can edit them when he goes home, and then we have 5 to 10 videos made. And there's the makeup look without the lipstick. So, I don't think I'm going to put eyeliner on. I mean, sorry. Oh, I didn't contour my nose or use highlighter. Let's do a small, tiny bit of that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this, which is what I usually blend out the contour with. This has a smaller tip at the than like trying to use the side of this. It's easier to control this. So I'm going to take that very softly. I only put a little, and I'm going to start, and I'm not going to press it hard. I'm just going to barely hover over the skin until it touches it softly. Like if I push harder, it'll make a darker line. So I'm just kind of like when you color on a coloring book, if you push soft, it's going to make a soft line. Then I don't have to blend it out, because that's what I'm doing as I do it. You know what I mean? So we're just going very light. Okay. See how it's making that shape and putting that brown, those brown lines right there without being a harsh line. And if I need to soften it, I could, you know, tap it, because I did push a little too hard right there, but that's okay. It's not like it made a big old boo-boo. A big old boo-boo. I'm going to put a little Y right here. And why am I doing that? Kind of like to start the circle, the curvature. If you start with the Y, it's easier to fill it in to make the curve so it's even. Just kind of start with a triangle and then keep going. 160 likes, 160 likes, 160, 160, 160 likes. Thank you guys. Thank you, Milo. Okay, and the higher up I go, the more uplifted it's going to make my nose look. And I don't want it to look like a who knows. Who knows? Not me. Okay. Now we're going to put this little line across and make that the shadow of where the nose has a little curvature. That I am going to soften. Just going to tap those darker spots. Just a little. Then we're going to put the highlight. I might soften this a little bit. It didn't come out the best, but it looks okay. Looks all right. Wait till I put that highlight on though. Am I right? All right, let me get that. Oh, yeah. Did my strain really just go, oh yeah, like the muscle man, Randy Savage? Oh. My leg just gave out. Maybe the yoga ball isn't my best friend right now. So we'll do some standing safely after this. We'll do my hair last. And then we'll get some pics. And then I'll, oh, we can get some pics over at the members only. We'll do the pics at the members only. Makes more sense and all. We haven't been over there in a minute since I got ill. Okay, depending where you put it on the bottom and how much you use, the more it's going to make it look upturned. You can do, like, you can follow this line that you put, the curvature. You can put it on in a curve. You could do a little circle right in the center. You could put this higher, lower. You can make it longer. Like, it's up to you. You just find what works for you, how you like your nose. And that's how I like mine. For, you know, I've had better days with the makeup, but I'm okay with that. I don't want it too heavy. I don't want it too upturned. I want just a natural, tiny lift and definition of the nose. Okay, so we're putting a little highlight on the cheek just to make that reflect in the light. There it goes. Just like this. We're going to put a tiny bit right here. See how that, just put a little light right there that this one doesn't have. See it? You can only see it like in the light, and this one too. I went lighter on that one, so this one looks better to me. It's really subtle, or the other one is more in your face. But they're not that bad. I can live with that. And then you could put a little here. You could put some here. You want to put it wherever the light hits your face. Except I don't put it here. That's why I do the lighter color right there, and then the brown right here. That makes it look like a natural highlight without having to put a highlight there. Make it all shiny and sparkly. So just here, I put the little shiny sparkly. That would look funny to me right there. You know? You know. Okay. I think I want to kind of do a natural lip right now, just for right now. I do. I'm going to start with a little lip oil. No lip liner. None. Not right now. I think I need to protect my lips right now, because I didn't put any sunscreen on them the last couple days. But we don't want them pale, pasty white. So first I'm going to put this on. And then, let's see how well this works. I'm going to take this, and we're just going to punch it up a little. To make that coveted, like pinky cherry, not red, but just like a red undertone, but pink, a reddish pink, that Korean lip gloss look that I was trying to go for. I tried to buy it, and it wasn't glossy at all. Just for right now. So now I have some color on my lips. My face is finished, and it can repair itself with the oils before I put a lipstick on it. So I'll put a lipstick on later, after we do my hair or something. I can kind of like wipe it off, and then the lipstick is gonna look better versus just putting something on there that kind of dries out your lip, you know? Especially when I use the matte lipsticks. All right, let's stand up at the desk. Oh, I gotta be careful. Okay, I'm gonna watch my steps. All right. And then we're gonna raise this up. Raise me up so I can stand on mountains. Speaking of mountains, how many of you guys like camping? Or like in the cabin, not camping in a tent, but like, how many of you like the snow and a log cabin and things like that? I'm asking for a reason. Okay, let's see. Because I want to ask, where would be the best place to go for Christmas, for a place in the snow that is safe for like a disabled woman? Just let me know. Cabins are nice, right? I haven't been in one in a long time. My grandparents used to have a cabin, and they sold it to the group Heart. The group Heart, the rock group Heart. They sold it to them. And my grandpa and my uncle built it themselves. My uncle was the architect. He was a brilliant architect. And they built it themselves, and it had a jacuzzi inside. There was like a jacuzzi room. It was so cool. It was in Big Bear. Asheville, North Carolina. Thank you. Thank you, Chef Robert. Shout out to you. Lake Tahoe. Okay. Okay, both are kind of the same distance from me. What's a brothy? Maggie Valley. Okay. Yeah, Bobby, I used to go there a lot, and like, gosh, those windy roads were always so scary. Um, so yeah, I remember Big Bear. Boy. Yeah, I need something easier to get in and out of, and maybe something close to an airport. Big Bear's not close to an airport. You know what I mean? So you gotta do all that driving, which means all that sitting. So I'm just thinking, because one time for my daughter's birthday, which is in December, I rented a beach on the sand. Because her birthday is close to Christmas, like close enough that I wanted to make her birthday stand out. So I took her on a little vacation, and then I brought the presents. So she had presents for Christmas and the trip for her birthday. So I'm thinking this time we might do a cabin. Thank you, Rick P. Shout out to you. Shout out to Joshua. I'm in Nevada. So I'm between Utah and California-ish. So both are accessible, but I think it'd be easier to get to Lake Tahoe. I don't know. Is there an airport within closer range than like going to Big Bear? One second, I'm grabbing my brush. I'm grabbing my brush. I'm grabbing my brush. Don't worry, we'll clean up later. I had missed you guys. I had to force myself to take one more day off. I needed to. Like physically and mentally, I needed 2 days off. I just did. And then Sunday I was ready to come back, but not completely. So I listened to myself. I had a little therapy with one of my mod friends. I don't want to just say one of the mods because you're my friend. So one of my mod friends, one of my friends. And we had a lovely conversation that helped me a lot. It helped me right my ship. I was a little lost at sea, you guys, for a few days. Up was down and down was up. I had lost my perception. So. Howdy, Michael. I guess I said it that way because you used the word howdy. Hi, howdy. Aspens. Aspen sounds so lovely and so expensive. I don't know if they have normal packages or is it all the elite? You know, I'm sure there's regular schmegulars like us that go. But am I never going to be able to take a vacation again after that? Is that going to be one and done because of the price? I wouldn't know, but I want to research these places, you guys. What's going on? Hey, Michael, we're talking about a vacation spot right now. But if you want to know what the channel's about, we were asking like the best snow places to go for someone who's maybe disabled, doesn't want to do a lot of driving there, and doesn't have to walk up a lot of steps or whatever, but just for a little cabin rental for December. But we do health, we do skincare, we do makeup, we do motivation. We talk subjects in life, but we keep it positive as much as we can. And we try to be a supportive community, just kind of like a hive, like a beehive. And because my name is Babbling Brookie, I do call you guys my Babble Bees. And I have another channel which is called Brooke After Dark. Oh, it wasn't even plugged in. Brooke After Dark is a place where we do like I guess things a little more nighttime. Some of the darker looks, like a more pale skin with, you know, dark burgundy lips, kind of goth, but like not harsh goth, a soft, beautiful Victorian goth, like a doll, you know what I mean? And then sometimes cosplays, if we hit so many subscribers, just as a party. And then we're going to be doing giveaways on the cosplay days. And there's a lot. There's a lot. So there's something for everyone without it being a shtick or gimmicky. It's just, this is my life, you know? And I'm sharing it with you guys. So thank you for sharing yours with me. Let me take a look at something, y'all. They are long, so I would have to cut them, but we're gonna see if this will work for the Harley Quinn or if I'm gonna have to order another one. And I guess I had these and didn't realize it. I thought they didn't come, but they came in this little packet and I didn't realize what it was. I thought they were gonna be thicker and more robust. All right. Let's just see. So it's definitely longer. This is going to be funny. Let's see what it's going to look like and what I have to do. Don't worry, this is just like a rough draft. It's not perfect. I'm just trying to look. I would have to probably match my curls or do something to set the curls in this. Cut it the exact length of my hair. What's going on? If I could get that in there where it's like cut it like this and then curl it, it might spray better. When I put the spray on it, it should have some lighter and darker pink moments. So I'll have to cut it off. And then I know it's not the best, but I'm gonna make it work because I am gonna cut it and curl it. What I'll do is I'll blow dry my hair straight when I wash it so that I can tell how much to cut it. Or I could just spray my hair, but you see my hair's not long enough, look. Or thick enough. I mean, I could just do it like this. That might look better, but again, we're judging it off me not doing it properly without the spray and all, but I do think this looks less cheap. We're wearing the same bra. You haven't even seen my bra, just the straps. Tell me the brand, I'll let you know if you're right. Okay, I'm gonna do my bangs. We're gonna do the bangs because I might not need to do the rest of my hair. I'm gonna pull this down. I am gonna be doing a makeover on myself, you guys. I'm gonna be getting a haircut that's gonna look totally different than what I have. Don't freak out. I'm not chopping all my hair off. It's gonna be beautiful, you guys. It's gonna look so much better than this with my face shape and my forehead. Basically I want bangs, but I'm not gonna give away the rest. They're not gonna be hard kindergarten bangs, you know, they're gonna be lovely and beautiful. Sexy bangs. Some bangs aren't sexy, they're cute. Some have character, you know, but some are sexy bangs. Okay, we'll do a few more curls. Just come back looking, hey, Ace. A is for Ace, how are you? Hope you stayed well while you were gone. See, all I really need to do, you guys, to match my hair to that picture I showed you is to add a little more blonde, like do the roots, bring some highlights down, and put some slices of lowlights. Instead of trying to put a bunch of lowlights, I could just put like 6 slices, thin slices of brown. You put it at a diagonal, not this way. That way it doesn't show like a, you know, harsh line. And then that way, the bottom, since it's almost all golden and you don't see too many lowlights. There are lowlights, but they're kind of golden since I did the, what do you call it, the color lift. It's not as ashy as I want, as cool as I want. So I am going to run some low lights to help cool that down. Put some dimension in it, and then, yeah, I would have to just do heavier blonde around the face, and I'd be good. And tone it. Of course, I have to tone it this time because it's very golden, and I want it ashy and purpley. Not purple, but like purple undertone. What picture are you going for a certain look? Oh, I showed the pictures earlier, but give me a second so I can finish my hair. Let's see if we can get those numbers to 175 likes. I had to make sure I was reading it correctly. Thank you guys for those 168 likes. If you haven't liked, please double tap that screen. I'd appreciate it. Oh, I didn't see the name of the bra. What'd you say? What'd you say? Could you say it again? So I don't have to dig for it. I'll try to look. I'm gonna look. I'll look right now. Honestly, I don't. I mean, if somebody's looking for a bra or thinks they're wearing the same bra, not a big deal, but I don't usually talk about my bras a lot. Peach lace? No, it's not a peach lace bra. It's nude. It's a nude bra. It's like a grandma support, something to hold these things up and take some pressure off my neck. All right, guys. We're going to wait for this to cool down. Milo, did you agree about my natural hair? I mean, I could get some extensions that look like my hair, and instead of this, something that doesn't look as synthetic, just so it's fuller and a little longer, like a couple inches longer than what I have, and just to make it more full, or we can just go with my hair. Support, what does that mean? It is not peach, it's nude. The difference in, there's no orange in it. There's no lace. We don't have the same bra. That's why I was asking you the brand, so we can see, but no, it's not peach and it's not lace. It is nude. Oh yes, I'll show you the picture. Where's my phone? Phone. Hello. All right. You're not gonna believe this. Milo did this today. I want it to be a surprise from here on out. After this stream, I'm not gonna say much more. This is kind of how I want my hair color to look. More, see the difference? Mine's more golden. It's still like I have some dark blonde in there, but the blonde is so golden because I didn't tone it last time, and because I used a color remover that kind of made it yellow. So I'm gonna make it more frosty, the blonde parts, and the brown more brown. I'm probably gonna go with a light brown instead of a dark blonde because it's not gonna try to lift as much. It's gonna be more a deposit. But they do lift. Dyes do lift before they deposit. Because how is somebody with dark hair gonna use that light brown if it doesn't lift? So. But it might work better, it might hold longer. So, but I do use a vegan one, so we'll see. I might have to use a vegan light brown. And since my hair is porous, it'll lighten. It won't be as dark as I put it, but okay, never mind. I'm gonna be quiet. Here we go. Let's find the rest of them. Sorry about that. Okay, here's one pic. I like these bangs, you guys. They're very flirty. They're very soft. They're not very hard like this big shelf of bangs. You could tell there's only a small little section that is short, and then the rest go longer at a diagonal. so that I can still flip it. Do you see how this looks like it's part of the bang and it goes like that? Like you can't see, you only see one short piece. So that's the kind of bangs I want. So it covers more of the forehead without being harsh, a sharp look. You know, I want it to be flirty and feathery and fun. And here's another color. Hold on. Oh, here's the color I saw. This one has more blue in it and it's a little darker than the last one. Look at those blue eyes, you guys. And then Milo made this photo, you guys, of me with that hair. I love the red. I love that red. I think it's called Cowboy Copper. It's been real trendy lately. Well, 2 years ago. I don't know if it still is as trendy, but it's a beautiful color. I think it would look good on my fair skin, except I do get pink areas, and if I don't have my makeup on, my skin will look more pink. So I'm gonna always want to have makeup on going outside, which right now I don't always feel that way, even though it shows up pink. I'm kind of used to it, but I wouldn't want it like super pink, you know, like even more. And when it is real pink, my face on its own without red hair, I do put makeup on, but it's not always that bad. Thank you, A is for Ace. I love it. I have a big forehead. I have these baby hairs. I have a bald spot. I think I'm still beautiful like this. I'm still beautiful. I can see the beauty in me around my smaller chin, my larger forehead. I can see it. But I think that would be more flattering for me to kind of fill that in a little bit and bring this up just, I mean, it's kind of at the spot, but like maybe an inch or two, just to make it a little more, maybe the layers, to make it have a little more volume, because I've lost a lot of hair. But yeah. So there's the picture, and we all owe Milo those photos, because Milo's the one who made them. So thank you, Milo. We appreciate you. Aw, thank you. I do think that, like, I looked good in the, you know which one I didn't look so good in was the pink, but I think it was the wig in the wrong shade. It was like bubblegum pink, but wavy. It didn't have a good, like, it just wasn't the prettiest wig, and maybe my makeup wasn't right for it because it was a Halloween makeup look. But, yeah, I have one pink wig that I won't wear. I just won't wear it. I'd be happy to do some giveaways of them, but they're used, and I don't know that anyone wants a one-time used wig. So I'll hold on to it in case I ever need it. Who knows, maybe a beanie on it will hide the funky top part. Yeah, I'll try to hang on to it. But we are going to be doing giveaways. And not to be like shticky, like, come to my channel, well, I'll give you something. No, but like to give back, because we're going to be doing a cosplay, so it's going to be a party, and what do you have at parties? Games and prizes. So yeah, we're going to just do gift card giveaway and or healthy baskets. It's your choice whether you want the health or the wealth. You get to choose. It's up to you. A lot of people need the wealth, and they can work on their health in other ways, you know what I mean, on their budget. So like maybe they just need the gift card. There's no judgment in us saying like choose which one you want. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you chose the wrong one, or oh, he chose that, he thinks that's the real wealth. I'm not gonna do that to you guys. I know I gave the second option for a reason. I was just gonna do a health basket, but because of how times are right now, you get to choose if you win. The health basket is going to be worth more financially, like the cost, if you were to try to pay for it yourself. Plus, I'm going to have to mail it, so the mailing would be more expensive than just mailing a gift card. But you can choose, because I'll have both, the healthy basket or the gift card. And if nobody wants the healthy basket, I'll use those products so they don't go to waste. Hi, Peter, hi. I did lose weight. Let me show you guys. Don't, woo! Hold on. Okay, I pulled it too far. Come on now, touch me, baby. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? I would say I'm all, but my measurements on the bottom were a lot bigger, so. Cody. Shout out to Cody. Okay, I have to find some earrings. How you doing, Cody? Nice to have you here. I have to move this cord. Give me 1 second because it's gonna fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. There we go. I think that'll help. Okay, let's look for some blue earrings to go with this top, or something opposite to make it bright, or something that kind of matches. You know what my eyes are attracted to right now? And because blue is the coolest color, by coolest color I mean on the color wheel, we have warm colors, neutral colors, and cool colors. I might do a silver. These are the silver ones. I have gold ones and I have silver ones. Yes, I love a big hoop. My daughter and I were watching a show last night, and the girls' hoop, the ladies' hoops, sat on her shoulders like they were maybe past, like right here. They were like sitting like right here. And she was like, those are so big. And I'm like, well, what do you think of mine? You know, she said, they're fine. I think it's the fact that they actually touch down here, that's when they're too big. If they're just like hanging on your neck and leaning to the side. How you doing, Ayla? Yeah, I like these a lot. See, they touch when I lean, but they're not like, hers were going like this, watch. And like leaning because they were so big. So, not the same. Plus, these are very lightweight, and hers were like thick and looked solid. Like, dang. Hi, Nicholas. Okay. I did have some smaller ones, but when I'm doing like kind of casual, like tank top, t-shirt, flannel, jeans, I usually go for hoops. If I'm doing something dressier like a dress, I usually try to do something more with a dangle or, you know, fluffier and bigger like that. So, or something petite and delicate and crystally. I did wear these with a dress before. It still looked good. They just work because of the pearls, that it could be a little fancier. If they were just solid metal, not as fancy for a dress, but the pearls did give it a little, it worked. Plus the dress was a cotton dress. It's beautiful, but it was cotton, so I think it worked. I'm so glad you're doing well. That makes me happy. I do remember you. We all remember you. 305 Retro. Thank you, 305 Retro. Let's do a dance. 305, 305, 305, 305, 305, 305, 305, 305, 305, 305. Sorry about that. Thank you so much, 305. We appreciate you. What do you guys think of this? It's not exactly the shade I want, but it works, right? It puts enough color that the look doesn't look incomplete, and then I can dab it with a tissue. Obviously not a cotton swab, or you're gonna get little pieces of cotton on it. But I've been hydrating my lips for about an hour now, I think, since I put this on, maybe half hour. Maybe not the best with time. Time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, I think that it just adds just a little touch of color so that my lips look moisturized and not so pale. 305, 305. Good. I'm glad you like it. It holds me over until I'm ready, and I could probably put like a nude lip liner on this and make it work into a better color because of the browns. The pink might not work the best, but since it's the same blush, it kind of ties in with that. So yeah, I think it works as well. Do you guys want to take a couple pics? And then I'll take the rest with Milo over on the members only, and Cody on the members only channel. We could take a couple, and then I'll go over there, and then we'll come back later. Sweet. Okay, we'll just take a couple right now. Let's try to get to 175 likes, guys, for those still here and just coming in. Oh, let me cover that. Let me try to cover it. Okay. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. We only have 3 more likes, so I'll stay. 3 more likes, 3 more likes, 3 more likes, 3 more likes. Just kidding. I was going to bend it over and twerk for those 3 more likes. No, I'm not. All right, let's get them. Let's get them. 2 more likes. Two more likes. 2 more likes. 360. How about a 90? How about a 180? This is a 180. That's a 360. For those who don't know. Remember on the one, hi, is it Javez? It's not, probably not Javez, right? Just going off of spelling. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. And thank you, Milo, for taking those pictures. Hi, Heather. Pictures. I'm doing better, you guys. I need 175. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, 175. Ooh, 175. 175. 175. 175. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Bye, Cody. We love you. Thank you so much for popping in. Thank you for the flower. Shout out to Cody Heath. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate you. And you are number 1. I see Cody Heath 01. Both my mods are number 1. 2 number 1s. All right. I don't get together with people unless it's for work, just because it hurts me to get out, but I do have to work. Like I have somebody who's going to help me edit, and I have to invite them to my house. It was a long process. I started talking to them a few months ago to vet them, and yeah, I didn't rush to letting them come over, but they gave me all the proof I need to, you know, look them up and stuff like that, but it's still on paper. People can look good on paper. So, yeah, I'm just careful about getting together with people because I don't want to injure myself, and the only way I can get together with people is at my house, and that's scary for me, you know. So, I mean, once I get healthier, I'll be able to get together by doing like a meet and greet, but not in the typical way. We'll make it a little more casual, laid back, personal. Okay. How you doing, Fred? Thank you, Heather. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that live, I have one that lives like a street away from me. We're in the same housing tract, and the housing tract is small. Like you just barely drive, not even a quarter mile. And I can't get over there. Like I never see him because I'm not well enough to go out. And then if I can't see my best friends, it doesn't make sense for me to go spending time with new people and turn my back on my other friends and not spend time with them. Like I can't even keep up with my friends I have now, is what I mean, and my own life now. So I have to get healthier. All right, guys, how many of you liked these earrings in my short that I did the other day? They were huge, but it looked really good because it was like a dark transition. I felt like an evil queen or like a forest witch or something. It felt really cool. Yeah, I probably wouldn't wear those out for something else, but for costumes, very cool. You liked them or you just saw them? Because I like them. I like them. They're just not for everything. It is 5:41, almost nighttime, almost time to switch to the night stream, you guys. But we're going to go ahead and head over to the members only. Then I'm going to make some short videos, and then we'll come back tonight. Okay? I love you guys. Oh, I'm glad you liked them. Thank you so much, Milo. And thank you, Cody, for being here. I know you're gone now, but thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you. If you haven't already thanked Milo, please do so. If you'd really like to thank her, please give her channel a chance. Just give it a look. See if you like it. See if you'd like it on your For You page. If so, please give it a subscribe. We'd appreciate it a lot. Milo does a lot for our channel, and that's just one way we can help back. Okay? Love you guys. Bye. Milo, I'll see you on the members only right after this. Okay? Love you. Bye.